and we are back. Back like we never left here in New Orleans. Knicks remain on the road, taking on the kind of red hot New Orleans Pelicans, winner of the last three, I believe. We will go through it all, so let's go ahead and start the show. Oh, and we are back here once again to lay witness to our New York Knicks. Although we are not in New York, we are down in New Orleans. Shout out to the Mardi Gras. We are here today to take on the Pelicans, the mighty Pelicans, the Zion Williamson-led Pelicans, who is available tonight. You never know. Sometimes you show up to the game and for some reason Zion's out, but tonight Zion is available. He will be playing. I'm not entirely sure if he's in the starting lineup. I know just like Wemby coming back from a hamstring calf, whatever it was with Zion, because it's always something. Whatever it was with Zion, he had been coming off the bench for a while, but he is in the lineup today. He is available for the rotation. Whether he's starting or not, he has been scoring over 20 in his last 4 outings, so he is ready to go. He is playing extremely well. The Knicks have to show up today, and they will be without one of their best defensive players, and that is without Mitchell Robinson. And so the Knicks already find themselves behind the 8 ball just a little bit. Not too much, not too big of a worry considering how deep this roster seemingly goes. Between Diawara getting the start tonight, remaining in that starting lineup, in for Josh Hart, or if it's McCullough stepping up, or if it's Kolek stepping up, the New York Knicks are getting Deuce McBride back. Oh, and we will go through it. But of course, like every night, we start where we always start, and that is with the captain, Jalen Brunson. What's poppin', everybody? Jason Borges. What's up, Jason Borges? Guy chatting up lots of mouths. Good coverage, but slow it down. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. I'm just hyped. I'm ready to go. It's another basketball game. Here we go. Lionel Moniz, what's up, Lionel? Albert, what's up, Albert? Jason, what's up, Jason? Jason, 2 Jasons in the chat tonight. Appreciate y'all. Robespierre, what's up, Robespierre? Vic, what's up, Vic? Archie Gaming, Daniel Berry Sports, Joey DeLuca, what's up, Joey? Mark, what's up, Mark? Greg Prime, Mark.tv. Everybody's in the chat tonight. What's up, Jay Hammer? Appreciate y'all. Joseph, Kiana Bryan, Justice's dad. All right, let's start the show, y'all. Let's start the show. Archie Gaming said this game will put us 1 game behind the first seed. Yeah, we will go through it. We will go through as the night goes on. We will go around the league. The Detroit Pistons took yet another loss the other night against Kawhi Leonard, going off for his career-high 55 points last night. But we will go through it. As of right now, let's go ahead and start with the captain. Damn near 30 a game. And guess what? The All-Star votes came out, and my guy is sitting, I think, 3rd in the East, 5th overall in terms of All-Star votes, fan voting. Deservedly so. That's where he belongs. He's been phenomenal. Shout out to Captain JB. Do I really need to add anything? We've been going over Jalen Brunson all season long. The captain is the captain. And I don't know if he's dealing with something in his last couple of games or if he's just feeling himself, but I don't love some of his shot selection. Feel like he's taking a lot more threes than he was earlier in the year. I think maybe pacing himself a little bit. Either way, Jalen Brunson's still finding his way to being effective, whether it's settling for jump shots, getting into the paint, knocking down floaters, getting to the foul line, which he didn't get to the foul line at all during the Atlanta game. Still gave him over 30, because that's what he does. That's what the captain does. But Jalen Brunson's still doing his thing. With the rise of Tyler Kolek, with Diawara in the starting lineup, it feels like Jalen Brunson, while taking more shots, isn't having to carry as much of a load, which is beautiful. This is just beautiful, the way it's sort of ending up. Miss Mar, what's up, Miss Mar? David, what's up, David? Heard about you from my boy Anthony Ginty. I'm just like him, crazy Knick fan. Appreciate you, David. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Jason said, love the graphics and the presentation. Appreciate you, Jason. Appreciate you, man. I'm trying. This is all one-man job. This is all just me. Now, Dimitri, what's up, Now? The Fleas, what's up, Fleas? Mark said, gotta watch out for Derik Queen, and we'll go through Derik Queen. We'll talk about him. Absolutely gotta watch out for him. In the running for Rookie of the Year. He's not gonna win it because Cooper Flagg's going crazy. Conka Nipple's right behind him. Edgecombe's still doing his thing. But Derik Queen in there. He's in the top 5 for sure. This rookie class continues to go deep. But let's go to Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns is doing Karl Anthony Towns things. He's coming off one of his better games of the year. It's crazy what happens when Karl Anthony Towns gets a fair whistle. I mean, they just called every single foul he actually got, which normally you don't see in the NBA regardless of the player, but especially when it comes to Karl Anthony Towns. He took 18 free throws the other night against Atlanta, hit 17 of them. As a matter of fact, if I were to go in and update the graphics later tonight, which I'll probably end up doing, this free throw percentage is likely going to rise pretty significantly. 17 from 18 from the foul line is ludicrous. That is ridiculous. That is incredible. Oda Austin, what's up, Oda? Karl Anthony Towns has been phenomenal. He's starting to play better, starting to play a little bit more consistently. I like what he's bringing defensively. I think he's been much better defensively this year than he was last year. Karl Anthony Towns has been solid. He's been solid. The thing we're always he's gonna give us the plays that we're gonna get frustrated about, but I feel like as the season has gone on, he's gotten a lot more consistent with doing a lot of the small things, whether the shot is going down or not, whether he has big scoring nights or not. If he has 15 points or 25 points or 30 points or whatever, I still feel like Karl Anthony Towns has consistently done a really good job of having a positive impact on the game. And I think that's, sometimes he'd have big scoring games last year, but wasn't always the most impactful in terms of helping the team actually win the game. Anthony G&T, what's up, Anthony? This year, whether he scores a bunch of points or not, I always feel like he's having, for the most part, he's definitely had some really bad games where this isn't the case, but for the most part, I think Karl Anthony Towns has done a really good job of being effective, whether or not the ball is coming his way or the shot is going down. Get over to the dog, OG Anunoby, who sealed the victory the other night against the Atlanta Hawks with the defense. It was phenomenal. We know what to expect from big OG. He is likely on his way to a first-team all-defense for the first time in his career. He's been phenomenal on the wing. He's been a demon defensively. His name should be brought up in Defensive Player of the Year. Whether he wins it or not, I'm not entirely sure about that. But either way, his name should be brought up. He should be in the conversation. He should finish in the top 5 for that award. Whatever that means for whatever, it doesn't matter. But either way, OG Anunoby has just been dominant this year. He's been the best defensively he's ever been. The three-point shooting is close to 40%. It's actually dipped down a little bit, but I think it's dipping back up. Again, we'll update all the percentages. It's been about a week, right? We usually give it about a week before we update the player graphics, especially for the Knicks, considering we cover the Knicks all the time. But OG Anunoby's having a phenomenal so far. He's having a phenomenal season so far. He's been fantastic. Expecting a big night out of him with no Herb Jones, going up against Derik Queen, no Mitchell Robinson. You need a guy like OG Anunoby to step up just a little bit more. Usually does. Not too concerned about it. Bueller TV, what's up, Bueller TV? Thank you for the subscription, brother. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Let's go on to Mr. Consistent. Mr. Consistency so far this year is the nickname we have dubbed him after last season's, I don't want to call it a debacle because that's a little strong, but Mikal Bridges was dubbed the Invisible Man last year by you guys in the chat. I was a little hesitant to go by it, but it was hard to argue last year with the way he was playing for majority of it. Second half of the year came on strong, especially at the end of the season, and then obviously in the playoffs he did what he did. Kent Neal, what's up, Kent Neal? James said Brunson turned the Knicks around. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Bernard Johnson, what's up, Bernard? Rafael Torres, what's up, Raf? I'm watching the game today. Brother watching a movie. Let's go New York Knicks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mikal Bridges, 17 a game, 4.7 rebounds, 4.3 assists, 17, 5, and 4. I'll give him 43% for three-point range. To me, this is one of the most important numbers for him, along with the field goal percentage. The efficiency is what I want to see because the points will be there. He's the fourth option. Sometimes he scores a lot, sometimes he doesn't. But as long as you're knocking down the open ones, that's all I really care about. As long as those middies are still going down, shooting over 50% from the field is fantastic. This is exactly what we want to see. We usually utilize Mikal Bridges more as a release valve anyway, right? If Brunson's getting doubled, if Anunoby is driving and the defense collapses, he's usually kicking it out to a guy like Mikal Bridges. If they're playing tight on Karl Anthony Towns out on the wing, it's usually Mikal Bridges cutting to the basket in some regard, whether it's a backdoor cut or curling off of the handoff action, a fake handoff action. Either way, Mikal Bridges is usually the recipient of the defense paying a ton of attention to the other big three guys. And I just need him to continue to do that at a very high level because so far he's done that. He's been the highest level fourth guy in the NBA so far this year, in my opinion. I know that's kind of a weird stipulation, but either way, he's having a great year. Whether it's as the fourth guy, as the third guy, as the second guy, whatever, 17, 5, and 4 is pretty damn good for a non-All-Star. Although, who knows? He might make the All-Star team this year. I doubt it, but you never know. Raph said happy holidays. Happy holidays to you, Raph. Happy holidays. We get over to Josh Hart. Our chaos engine still remains out with the ankle. We know he will be out for the San Antonio game as well on Wednesday. Our chaos engine, as we have dubbed him here, with the ankle sprain, he's been reevaluated back at home, so he did not make the trip, so he will not be available for the trip, whether he's okay or not. We'll likely miss, I'd say, my expectation is 4 weeks with the, like I'm saying that verbally, just so when they tell us, oh, it's only 2 weeks, I'll feel much better about it. But obviously hoping for a very, very speedy recovery to Josh Hart, because they need him. They definitely need him. MBM, what's up, MBM? Mark.tv, what's up, Mark.tv? And our guy, our boy is back. Deuce McBride. It's been a while. It's been 2 weeks, 8 games, about 2.5 weeks. An 8-game absence from Deuce McBride obviously hurt this team. He is their best point of attack defender, even if he is only about 6'1", and I do think that that's being generous, listing him at 6'1". Al Machinery, what's up, Al Machinery? Happy holidays, my brother. Deuce McBride, the two things that he brings to this team at a high level is perimeter defense, point of attack defense, and that three-point shooting. My man was shooting it at 44% from three-point range before he went down with the injury. I'm not even expecting him to shoot it well tonight. Coming back to the team, I'm expecting him to be rusty with his offense, rusty with his jump shot. But the defense will usually always be there. So I'm happy to have him back. Hopefully he gets into the rhythm, early, gets into rhythm very quickly. Only a couple of games in order for him to get back to that flame-throwing shooting he was at before he went down with the injury. Got that three-point percentage all the way up to 44.5%, which is crazy. So expecting Deuce McBride to have a very big night tonight. In a return, whether it's scoring or not, I do expect him to have a big impact on the night. We get over to Big Mitch, who is out for rest, injury management. Every now and again, they give him one of these. Fine, we get it. They obviously want him available for the Spurs matchup, so they're giving him the night off here tonight. They are on the road, whatever the case may be. I fully expect him to play against the Spurs. They have him listed out. His diagnosis is injury management. Nothing all that serious. They also kind of reiterated that on the pregame there with Bill Pito, where he was like, he's just injury management. We know this. He's missed a couple of games so far this year with the same thing, and he's come back the very next night. We know he doesn't play back-to-backs. This isn't a back-to-back situation, but he is not available tonight. Jason said, a good Knicks are good for the NBA. It is pretty good for the NBA. A lot of people paying attention to the Knicks because of it. Danny White, what's up, Danny? Let's go Knicks. Yes, sir. K Hazy, what's up, K Hazy? Hopefully Deuce's shooting didn't suffer. I think it will suffer. I think that's just a natural thing. When you miss a ton of time and then you come back in. If it doesn't, I'll be happy with it. But my expectation is that the jump shooting will probably suffer a little bit. Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? Let's make some Knicks fans happy. Give them what they want. Topping and Shepard for Cat. Leo Vigil Dobelina. Leo Vigil Dobelina. What's up, Leo? Happy holidays. Let's go, Knicks. Yes, sir, Leo. Appreciate you, brother. Happy holidays. Mitchell Robinson is out. Landry Shamet continues to remain out with the shoulder injury. He's making solid progress. We did get an update that probably in about a month he might make his return. He's working his way back to contact. He's not at that point yet, but he is on the court doing some one-on-nothing kind of workout. So at least he's back on the court. At least he's dribbling a basketball. I don't know if he's shooting yet. Probably if he's doing one-on-nothing and they're working his way to contact. I'm expecting that he's actually shooting a basketball at this point. So hopefully we hear some more updates on him soon, and he should be back in about a month, right? Sometime in January. Hopefully it's closer to like mid-January, because I really want to see Landry Shamet back. He was having a career year so far with the Knicks. Like Deuce McBride, we are missing his point-of-attack defense and his three-point shooting. The fact that the Knicks have survived this long without their two best point-of-attack defenders and probably their two best three-point shooters, two best catch-and-shoot three-point shooters, I'd say for sure, is honestly a little crazy. But this team runs deep. This team runs deep. And speaking of running deep, Jordan Clarkson is a part of that bench mob unit. He came in the other night, just put up baskets. That's what he does. He puts the ball in the basket. He does it at a high level. Don't ask him to do anything else. This is Mr. I Get Buckets right here, and I wouldn't have it any other way. We do need to update his statistics here later tonight, because boy, oh boy, has this dude been kind of on one as of late, right? We've chronicled the roller coaster ride that is Jordan Clarkson in terms of him starting the year pretty poorly. came up, started to figure things out, and we were like, all right, there's Jordan Clarkson. Yeah, he'll be a little inconsistent, but this is kind of the base level of what we expect Jordan Clarkson to do. And then he fell off a cliff. And then that roller coaster dropped all the way down. And I was like, I don't know if we could keep this guy in the rotation. But Tyler Kolek may have to get all of his minutes. And then that Spurs game happened for the NBA Cup Championship, and he rocketed right back up that roller coaster ride. And we are where we are today, where we've come down a little bit from there, but he is still hovering around being a pretty damn good bench player for us. Wouldn't have it any other way, Jordan Clarkson. We knew what to expect, but boy, oh boy, has it been a fun ride. Joel Palin, what's up, Joel Palin? Okay, he said Mo starting again. He is starting. He is absolutely starting, yep. We get the Gershon Yabusele. As guys return, he's already out of the rotation, so I might have to pull his player graphic out again. Super disappointing. I had very high hopes for him. You guys, if you were around for the preseason, if you guys watched the preseason content, I was hyping Gershon Yabusele up in terms of the Knicks bringing him in the offseason. I thought he was a bigger acquisition than Jordan Clarkson. That has not come to fruition. I was wrong about that. So I'm hoping he finds a place that he could actually play and be effective, because it ain't going to be here with the Knicks. Mo Diawara seems to have just snatched up any available playing time for him. Right? If Josh Hart goes out with an injury, Yabusele was supposed to be the guy to step into the lineup and be able to replace that level of production to some degree. Nobody's giving you what Josh Hart gives you. That's why he's in the starting lineup. But Yabusele is supposed to be the guy to be the backup to add the depth of another wing guy, another wing/big guy, and he just hasn't done any of that. So instead, Mike Brown is rewarding the rookie Mo Diawara for playing the way that he's playing. Shout out to Mo. And Yabu, I expect you. I expect the best. I wish you the best on your next team, because it ain't gonna work out here, brother. I'm sorry. Gigi said these NBA fans are something else. Maxey leads the All-Star votes. He ain't better than JB, that's for sure. New generational fans have no clue. I'm sorry. Fan voting is just how popular you are, brother. How popular you are with the young kids. That's all it is. Bernard Johnson said, yes, Clarkson's playing pretty good. Nice to see, Chef. Yeah, absolutely. I'm loving the way Clarkson's playing. The good and the bad. Right? Got to expect it. Ken Underwood, what's up, Ken? Eating some mean shepherd's pie? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Enjoy yourself, Ken. Chris Kahn, what's up, Chris? Donald More Music, what's up, Donald? I like the way you present more than Marshall's. So I'm here, and you get us up. Appreciate you, Donald. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out Marshall. We have just different ways of doing it, but whoever it's for is whoever it's for, right? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Sons Jen, what's up, Sons Jen? Good luck to the Knicks tonight. Hope you're doing well today. Appreciate you, Sons Jen. I hope you're doing well today too, brother. Happy holidays to everybody. Chris Content, I think this is a squash. Don't underestimate the Pelicans. I did put in the chat earlier that I do think this is a little bit of a trap game. Pelicans, I got to look up their winning streak, but I believe they've won their last 4 on a little mini winning streak here. Playing pretty well, decently well. I don't want the schedule. I want the standings so I can see what their winning streak is, unless they've lost recently, but obviously they're all the way down there. They have the worst record. Oh, no, they've lost 3 in a row. What was I looking at? Did they win a couple previously before that? We can pull them up and check that. But either way, we can move on from Gershon Yabusele, because you don't have anything nice to say. I don't want to say anything too disrespectful. No, they've lost 3 in a row. But before that, they won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They won a 5-game winning streak. They beat Portland, Chicago, Houston, Indiana, and Dallas. So they are capable of beating you. You better show up, right? You better show up and play well. King Free, what's up, King Free? We get to Tyler, the Creator, who's questionable tonight. He was questionable. My full expectation was that, he's questionable. He's not going to play because we're going to get Deuce McBride back. We're probably going to try and work in Deuce, and then Kolek will come back for the Spurs game, and we'll try to work in both of them again. But no, he's available. He came in questionable. He is available to play, so Tyler Kolek will be playing. Obviously, the counting stats aren't really there for him, considering he just entered the full rotation as a part of playing garbage time the way he was earlier in the year. We'll see if he remains a part of the full rotation. My expectation is that he will, but we'll see. There is a little bit of a guard glut for the New York Knicks. We'll see what happens when they get fully healthy. They still have some time before that, because Shaman is out for about another month. But we'll see. We'll see. The Power Go Sun has arrived. Tyler Kolek, the Creator, is a player that I think a lot of us wanted to see get shine last year when they were shoving campaign in front of our faces and saying, no, this is the only option we have. And it was like, we can't try Tyler Kolek at all. And it's like, hey, guess what? When you try Tyler Kolek, he's not so bad. He's not so bad. Raylan, what's up, Raylan? Hope JC will throw many flames this night from Quebec, Canada. Appreciate you, Raylan. Appreciate you. Mohammed Sadiq Karomo, what's up, Mohammed? Cat's going to have a big game tonight. He does have the matchup against the rookie Derik Queen, so we'll see if he takes it to the rookie. Chris Conn said, I thought Kolek hurt his knee. He was questionable. I think he was listed as questionable with an ankle, but he is available to play tonight, so he's going to play. He's going to play. Now we get over to the Pelicans. A very interesting team because I like a lot of the players on this team. I don't understand why they're not good. It's making me look at Willie Green a little sideways. What's going on with the Pelicans? Zion Williamson has had a little bit of an up and down year. Obviously, we saw skinny Zion come to start the year. Cool. It was great. We thought, okay, this is the breakout year. He's taking his career seriously. He's taking his body seriously. And he's kind of just been more of the same. He's been solid. 21.7 points, only 5.8 rebounds. Like, I need you to be a better rebounder than 5.8. 3.5 assists is cool. 2.7 turnovers, not so cool when you're only averaging 3.5 assists. And you have the ball in your hands as often as you do. The defense is not as advertised the way it was coming out of college, but we understood that. At this point in his career, we understand that. I hope we do, because he's just not the generationally franchise-changing player we thought he was. Either way, still really good, can still dominate a game, can still win his team a basketball game, so the Knicks should be able to take it. Not be able, but the Knicks should absolutely be taking him seriously tonight. 54 from the field, 75 from the foul line. Has not made a three so far this year. He hasn't taken too many at all, but still, he's a downhill driver. He's going to put his head down, get to the rim, which is why the lack of Mitchell Robinson probably hurts the Knicks a lot more than I think we're giving it credence to. Some of us are giving it credence to. I think Zion could be a problem tonight. We'll see. Obviously, guys like Ariel Hugporty will get some action tonight with Mitchell Robinson out, out for rest. So, you have to stop Zion somehow. Karl-Anthony Towns Anunoby will probably get the assignment on Zion when he comes into the game, whether he's starting or coming off the bench. Again, coming out of the injury, he's been coming off the bench. Who knows? Maybe he'll start tonight. Maybe he has been starting it. I don't know, but we'll see. We get to Trey Murphy III. And again, I like Zion, and I like Trey Murphy III, and I like the next guy we'll talk about, but although he's not playing tonight. But I like Trey Murphy III. I like him a lot. I like him a lot, actually, so much so that I wish the Knicks had traded for him a couple of years ago. Now I think he's way out of their price range because I do think he's a rising star on the verge of breaking out. Over 20 points per game for the second straight season for him. 6 rebounds a game now. He's averaging more rebounds than Zion. Was Zion like 6.5 or something? Either way, he's 5.8. Averaging more rebounds than Zion. 3.5 assists, which is the same as Zion. 1.9 turnovers, which is less than Zion. More steals, almost 50% from the field, 90% from the foul line, almost 40% from three-point range at 38. Almost shooting a 50-40-90 season, averaging over 20 a game is incredibly impressive for a 25-year-old who's on a kind of a tumultuous team where it's like the pieces don't entirely make sense or entirely fit. He's extremely good. I think the second he goes to a different team, he'll suddenly start getting all-star buzz. My goodness, am I a big fan of Trey Murphy III. Again, wish the Knicks could have been able to pick him up, but either way it is, I love the way that where the Knicks are on their team building. But when I watch guys like Trey Murphy III, I'm like, God damn. Like, some team is going to swoop in and steal this guy from the Pelicans, and he's going to thrive and become an all-star and do all these great things for that team. But as of right now, Knicks have to watch out for him tonight on the Pelicans. Probably their best player at this point. Probably their best, most go-to player at this point. Obviously, Zion gets all the headlines. The ball will be in Zion's hands, but this guy is the killer, especially considering that he can knock down that perimeter shot, and he's a deep three-point shooter as well. Shoots him from 30, 35 feet out, has no conscience, has limitless range. He'll pull up and knock it down from deep. You'll watch him pull up a terrible shot, and you'll go, that's a terrible shot. I'm happy he took that shot. And then he'll splash it, and you'll go, oh, okay, I guess we have to guard him from there, right? So we're going to have to watch and keep an eye on Trey Murphy III. Mikal Bridges will probably draw this assignment here tonight. Get to Herb Jones, and Herb Jones is an interesting basketball player because, like Trey Murphy III, I think he'll thrive most when off the Pelicans. Whatever that means, however you feel about it, I feel like he'll thrive most when off the Pelicans. He's a nightmarish defender. Injuries have started to become a concern throughout his career, but again, that might be a Pelicans thing because this Pelicans organization is pretty poorly run, unfortunately for the Pelicans fan base. The organization is pretty poorly run. As Knicks fans, we know what a poorly run fan base looks like, right? And the Pelicans fit that description to a T. They are one of the most poorly run organizations in the league. Herb Jones, 10 a game, 3.7 boards, 2.4 assists. Fine, it's great, it's cool, all of the things, 40 from the field, 34 from three-point range. Again, kind of a weird situation where he's a lockdown perimeter defender, but they're not a good defensive team. Kind of a similar situation Dyson Daniels finds himself in Atlanta sometimes, where he's playing his butt off defensively. He's got not a lot of help out there. So, Ken Neal said, what time does the game start? It is 8 o'clock here. Game technically starts now, but the tip-off will be in about 10 more minutes. So we still got some time. We get to DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray's out. He's been out all year with didn't he rupture his Achilles? Ruptured his Achilles, tore his ACL, something like that. Pretty major injury for DeJounte Murray. He is, there he is. He's coming back from an Achilles injury. Thank you, Pass Me, for putting that in there. He's coming back from an Achilles injury. The timetable for him is that he should be coming back sometime early in the new year, like sometime in January. He will be back right after the new year. So DeJounte Murray on his way, but going to be interesting what they do with DeJounte Murray. They'll probably start bringing him off the bench, I assume, because he's coming off an Achilles injury. But there's some interesting questions that have arisen here with the Pelicans. But before we get to those questions, let's get to Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole was who they traded C.J. McCollum for. They bring in Jordan Poole. They initially started him as point guard. That was a bit of a disaster. So now they're bringing him off the bench in his more natural sixth-man microwave kind of role. The issue is when he does get into the game, he still acts as if he's the point guard of the team. He is not a point guard. 3.5 assists, only 2 rebounds, 16 points per game. He's putting the ball in the basket. The issue is not doing it efficiently whatsoever. 36.5 from the field is horrendous. 27.8 from 3 is pathetic. Like, this is just not getting it done. At this point in his career, he's built the reputation of just being a shot chucker. He's got to find a way to be a lot more effective than this. He's got to take smarter shots. He's got to become a better finisher. He's got to become a better, more consistent shooter. All of the things, it's just, he can put the ball in the basket a la Jordan Clarkson, but he's got to improve these percentages if he wants to help his team win. Like, just doing this is not good enough if it takes you 16 shots to get 16 points. It's just not gonna cut it, especially when you're a bench player. Reddy Samedy, what's up, Reddy? Namar, what's up, Namar? We get to Yves Missi, who is their big, was he a lottery pick 2 drafts ago? Either way, he was their first round pick 2 drafts ago. Really solid player. Yves Missi really distinguished himself that season with all of the injuries that they had. He was kind of their lone bright spot. But with the rise of Derik Queen, who we'll get to, Yves Missi's he's maybe not gone back because he's in his second year, but he is transitioning to being the backup big to Derik Queen, which is good, which is solid, nice for him. This is a good role for him. The counting stats are all down because he's not getting nearly as many minutes as he did last year as the starting center because he's now backing up Derik Queen. Either way, Yves Missi's good. He's solid. He's your classic rim-running big, catch lobs, offensive rebounds, putbacks, protect the rim, block some shots. Kind of what he does. Solid big man, just not, classic too, with 51% from the foul line. Shout out the big man who can't shoot free throws. It is what it is. But that's all he really kind of does. He's just solid at that. And now he's coming off the bench for not Jose Alvarado, who's out tonight because he's a hothead and he can't control himself from throwing punches out on an NBA court, knowing you're going to get thrown out of the game and suspended for it. Can't be hurting your team like that. You're a professional basketball player. You're a grown man. You shouldn't be getting into fights on the court. Especially, I didn't watch the game, so I don't know. Maybe there were things leading up to that moment. Just seemed like Mark Williams set a solid screen, and I guess he took exception to that. And the next thing you know, this guy's throwing punches. Okay, for Jose Alvarado. Thank goodness Tyler Kolek has risen because I don't know if he would have been able to deal being on the New York Knicks. The jersey's a lot heavier than the Pelicans one. He would have been in the spotlight, and I'm not sure he could handle it, considering what's going on so far in his career here in New Orleans. But solid backup point guard, but he's not playing tonight. He's out with the suspension. Kevon Looney was like their veteran big man acquisition in the offseason. Hasn't really played all that much. Again, when you have the rise of Derik Queen, who we're going to get to right after the Looney, you have the rise of Derik Queen, you have Yves Missi, who you took in a couple of drafts ago. Didn't really need Looney. They kind of brought him in just as a veteran presence to keep around the young guys, coming from like world-class organization Golden State, although that is up in the air at this point. But it felt like, okay, cool, yeah, we'll bring in Kevon Looney. He'll help guide some of the young big men. He'll help guide this young roster in general, who keeps Zion on the right path, all of the things. It just, I don't know. His impact is felt most in the locker room, and I'm not going to be able to evaluate that because he's not really on the court all that much. As you can see, the counting stats don't really mean anything when you play as few minutes and as few games as Kevon Looney has played so far for this team. So shout out Kevon Looney. Hopefully he's helping this team in some way. Because on the court, he is not. But now we get to the more interesting players. We get to Derik Queen, right? We get to Derik Queen. This rookie class for the Pelicans is extremely interesting. They had 2 lottery picks, one of them being Derik Queen, 13.5 points per game, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Kind of a highlight darling right now. Every time you tune into a Pelicans game, you see him do something fun, something creative, something interesting, whether he's handling the ball on the perimeter, throwing a slick pass, snagging triple doubles, putting up 20, 15, and 10 games, whatever the case may be. Derik Queen's having a very interesting year. You look at the counting stats, they're solid. 13.5, 7, and 4 are good, really good for a rookie center. At 6'9", though, not much of a defender, really struggles on that end. The percentages are nice for a big man. 51, 78 is nice. He's got a nice soft touch. 22% from three-point range. The fact that he's shooting threes is interesting. We'll see if he improves on it throughout his career. 22% is obviously not good, but it's a good indication that he's willing to shoot them. We'll see if he improves on them as his career goes on. But at 6'9", I suspect as he drops some of the baby weight and some of the water weight, and he gets in better shape, I suspect he'll probably transition to a little bit more of a power forward / center. And then maybe he could play alongside Yves Missi, but as of right now, more of a perimeter big man who's learning on the fly. He's a rookie. There are going to be some challenges when that happens. We get over to Jeremiah Fears as well. Jeremiah Fears, really interesting player. I didn't have a ton of high hopes for his rookie year. As a matter of fact, the reason why Queen and Fears are at the end of the presentation here is because I didn't have player graphics for them made. I had to make it last night on the fly because it was like, oh, they're like legitimately a part of the rotation. I didn't think Queen was going to outpace Yves Missi this early in the year to snag the starting center spot. I didn't think he was going to outpace Kevon Looney, who's a veteran big man, although I did expect him to play because Looney has his health issues. But here he is, outpacing both of them by a mile. Now he's in the starting lineup. Same with Jeremiah Fears, where it's like, I know they had DeJounte Murray injured, so there's going to be an opening when they start the year. They just traded for Jordan Poole. They have these other guards like Trey Murphy, Jose Alvarado ahead of him. But Jeremiah Fears has outpaced all of those guys and is now in the starting lineup. 15 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, 3.1 assists. A young point guard learning on the fly, a young center learning on the fly. There's going to be some issues. It's part of the reason why the Pelicans have only won 8 games. 33% from three-point range, 43% from the field is solid for a rookie. It's obviously not good overall, but these are good indications that he'll likely get better as the season goes on. The ball handling is nice. The highlights are nice. The mid-range jump shooting that he's pretty comfortable going to already is nice. Obviously, as his career goes on, you're going to want to see the efficiency go up, but as for a rookie, these are pretty solid numbers. 15 a game as a rookie is pretty solid for a guy like Jeremiah Fears, who I think expectations were somewhat low for him. I think he's exceeded most of them. Well, that's going to wrap it up as we are about 2 minutes away from tip-off here. Manuel Mercado, Doug Fresh, James Sumler, Orlando Montanez. What's up, Orlando? Just got on. Yes, sir. Vic, what's up, Vic? Heat 41, Nuggets 29, end of the first. Oh, my goodness. That Nuggets defense, man, is letting them down. Doug Fresh said, they're resting Mitch for the alien. They are. They are indeed. They are indeed. Something I said we could go to before we get to the tip-off here, is we're about a minute away. Something I did say I wanted to do is we can go over last night's games, because we didn't do a game yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday. We took Sunday off. 41-127, Raptors over the Warriors. Thunder dominated the Spurs. Thunder dominated, they wish. Thunder dominated the 76ers in the second half. Only 18 fourth-quarter points for the 76ers. It was a close game up until the end of the third. 24-30 in the third quarter as well. It was a close game up until like halfway through the third quarter, and then the Thunder ended up running away with it. Wizards ended up taking down the Grizzlies. Nice. I like to see the Wizards win, especially considering the Knicks had their pick. So always going to root for the Thunder to win basketball games. Blazers beat the Celtics, so the Celtics a lot less closer to the Knicks in the standings. Buzzer beater, what's up, buzzer beater? AP, what's up, AP? Said, okay, let's not play around. Let's go win this game. I suspect tonight might be a trap game, AP. Don't be surprised if this is a lot closer than it should be. We're going to have to be prepared for that. I hope it's not, but I'm not going to be surprised if it is. Yvette Posada, what's up, Yvette? The Clippers beat the Pistons, and this was obviously the big game of the night for us Knicks fans, considering that the Pistons have the number 1 seed and the Knicks are chasing the number 1 seed. They are now 1.5 games behind the Pistons. They are 1 back in the loss column. So a win tonight should pull the Knicks 1 game behind the Pistons. Go to the standings. There it is. If they win tonight, they will be exactly 1 game. Thanks for the ads, ESPN. You just threw off my marker. The Knicks will be 1 game behind the Pistons. And they will be 5 games ahead of the Celtics. Look at that. Look at that. Keys beat me. What's up, Keys? Paul Dog NYC. What's up, Paul? Prince Jamiho. What's up, Prince? Your Knicks got this. JC is on one. He heard what you said. I hope he did. I hope he did, and I hope he's on one. I'm ready to go. Let's go, JC. Let's do it. AB said you're probably right. The Pelicans had a little 5-game winning streak. They've lost their last 3. Before that, they had a little 5-game winning streak. So they're having a roller coaster of a year. They were playing much better. We'll see what kind of version of the Pelicans we get tonight. When you have rookies like Jeremiah Fears and Derik Queen, they're extremely inconsistent and extremely difficult to predict because of those inconsistencies. So we'll see what kind of version we get of those players tonight. Hopefully the Knicks are a good enough team and are locked in enough in order to pull out this victory. Mo Diawara, same starting 5, except Mo Diawara is in the starting 5. Jeremiah Fears, Bryce McGowens, Trey Murphy III, Saddiq Bey, and Derik Queen round out the starting 5 for the Pelicans. Eamon Owis, what's up, Eamon? Robes Pierre, what's up, Robes? Zion is in the starting lineup. All right, so they had the starting lineup wrong. He is now in the starting lineup. He was coming off the bench. This is his first game back in the starting lineup. Go for the tip. Derik Queen kind of concedes it to Towns, and Jalen Brunson will bring it down. Here we go. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Trey Murphy. They get it over to Towns. Towns hits Anunoby, come back door. They swing it out to Diawara, driving to his left. He's got Jeremiah Fears, the rookie, on him. He attacks him, lefty layup. Gets it to go. Mo Diawara with the first basket of the game. There you go, Mo. There you go. Way to get on the board early. Here comes McGowens. They get it over to Saddiq Bey on the left wing. Jalen Brunson draws that assignment. Over to Derik Queen, being guarded by Towns. He settles for the mid-range jumper. In and out, can't get it to stay. McBride with the rebound, bringing it down the other way. Brunson has it up top, coming to his right up the Towns screen. Hits Towns cutting down low, swings it out to Diawara. Right wing 3 from Mo. Right corner 3. Mo Diawara, first 5 points for the New York Knicks. You love to see it. They lob it down low. Saddiq Bey has positioning over Jalen Brunson, and Saddiq Bey can get buckets. That matchup I don't like whatsoever. I would put Brunson on McGowens. Unless they're just getting cross-matched consistently here, I don't like that matchup to start the game. Bridges gets it over to Anunoby. Anunoby a left corner 3. Can't get it to go. We just got to feed Mo Diawara so far to start. That's all we got to do. It is 5-2 with 10:30 to go here early in the game. McGowan's driving it down to the basket. Lefty layup. Got it to go high off glass. Oh, that's Trey Murphy. I'm sorry. Trey Murphy with the left hand high off the glass. Got it to go. It's 5-4 early. Brunson crosses over down the lane. Scoop layup with the right hand. Can't get that one to go. Derik Queen comes flying in for the rebound. Quick outlet to Fears. Crossing over to his right. Has it. Leaves it off. Bey. Right wing 3 in transition. Got it to go. And maybe he's auditioning to be a New York Knick with all the trade rumors flying about him. Either way, he's cooking the Knicks so far. 5 early points from him. Bridges down the lane. Loses the handle. Kicks out to Anunoby as he recovered it. Puts up the left corner 3. Comes up short. Derik Queen with the rebound. 7-5 early. Derik Queen driving down. Diawara picks his pocket, putting his head down, attacking Fears off the bounce. Smokes a layup, though. Come on, Big Mo. You got to get those to go down. Here comes Saddiq Bey bringing it down the other way. Has it up top, attacking in the paint. Step back, fall away midi. Got it to go for Saddiq Bey, who's in his bag early here tonight. 9-5, 9:40 to go here in the first. We're in here early. Brunson bringing it down the other way, who remains scoreless so far. Nobody has scored but Mo Diawara. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Fears. Coming to his left, off a Town screen, driving it down, involving the 2 rookies in the play. Brunson stops, turns, fall away jumper. Got it to go for JB. And the foul on Derik Queen. We'll send Brunson to the foul line for one more. The dog catcher said Baywatch. Because that's it. JB getting a call early. Yeah, he didn't have any free throws against the Hawks. Having one early here against the Pelicans. I would have said Pelicans come out strong. Could be a little bit of a trap game. Could be. Pelicans have nothing to lose. Zion's back in starting lineup. He hasn't done anything so far, but here he is bringing it down after Brunson knocked down his free throw. And a whistle was blown. Doug Fresh, young legs. They got nothing to lose. They got nothing to lose. Just that said, Queen on OG should be a good one. Some interesting matchups tonight. You know, the rookies, they're going up against a really good Knicks team. So the rookies for the Pelicans should want to be able to show out tonight against some really good competition. We'll see. Saddiq Bey is already shown out. Again, he might be auditioning. But we'll see. We'll see how it continues to pan out. They continue to have Brunson on Bey. I don't like that matchup. But Trey Murphy off the handoff fires a three, got it to go. And that's part of the reason why he is on Saddiq Bey. Who do you hide him on? I might put him on Jeremiah Fears. That's what I would do. Anunoby down low, goes up. Can't get the layup to go. Derik Queen maybe got a piece of it. Fight for the loose ball. Queen ends up with it. Anunoby got to go up stronger than that. Queen got the block. Trey Murphy down low to Queen, right through his hands. Diawara picks up the loose ball. Quick outlet to Brunson. Brunson hit ahead to Towns. Towns down low, leaves it off to Bridges. Bridges gets the quick put in to go. 10-12. Fears bringing it down the other way. He has it on the right wing. Dancing with it, crosses over to his left on Bridges. Stops, turns, pump fake, leans in. Good defense from Bridges, forces the kick out to Bey. Bey jab step, driving to his right on Brunson, putting his head down, attacking down the lane, draws the foul, going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Don't love that matchup. Again, I'd probably just tell Jalen Brunson, go guard the rookie. Like, I know he's got a good handle, but he's your size. Go guard the rookie, Jeremiah Fears. Don't get cooked by him. I'm sorry. But I'm not having Jalen Brunson guard Saddiq Bey. Saddiq Bey's too good for that. He does miss a free throw, though. And we love when our opponents misses free throws. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? Mark said Bey is a football player out there. He got big, wide shoulders, big, strong dude, wiry frame. He's a nice, solid wing in the NBA. He's got wing size. He does knock down the second free throw, so it's 13-10, 8:36 to go. Bridges bringing it down. Bridges up top, hands it off to Brunson. Brunson back to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Murphy. Cross-court pass to Anunoby. Anunoby out of the left corner. Fires it over Zion. Can't get it to go. Anunoby's fired some not-so-great three-point shots so far tonight. Hasn't had any of them. Trey Murphy has it up top. Rhythm dribble against Brunson. Pull-up three. Comes up short on it. Towns with the rebound. Towns bringing it down. Towns has it up top, being picked up by Saddiq Bey. Hands it off to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right, being guarded by Bey. Brunson a quick pull-up three, straight in his face. Got it to go from JB. Had to expect that rhythm dribble. Coming to his right, he's pulling up from three every time. Zion bringing it down the other way, being guarded by Anunoby. Zion on the right wing, coming to his left. Towns hedges out hard. Pulls it back out, now attacking Towns off the bounce. Leans in, goes up, puts the floater. Can't get the floater to go, but he does draw a foul. And back to the foul line the Pelicans go. 2 for Zion here. Buzzer Beater said, if we free up Yabu's money, can we sign Dink, Diawara, and Kolek? Well, Kolek's already signed. Diawara is Diawara on a two? I don't think he's on a two-way. Diawara, I think, has a regular contract as well. Dink is the guy they'd have to sign, and they would probably want to use a two-way contract on him, as Zion misses a free throw. We love when our opponents misses free throws. If they move off of Yabu, I'd probably convert McCullough's contract to a regular contract and then use the remaining two-way contract to bring up Dink Pate on a two-way. I think that would be the way to do it, but I don't think they would, because I think if you're trading Yabu, maybe you're just looking for another player to replace him with in the roster, but it's not really about the money, it's about the roster spots as well. Zion misses, he split the free throw, so it's 14-13. Diawara has it up top, coming to his left. Diawara pull up three off the screen. Line me up, Mo! Mo Diawara has come out firing tonight. Here comes Zion Williamson being guarded by Anunoby. Zion up top, attacking to his right, putting his head down, puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Anunoby rips down a rebound, gets it out to Diawara. Diawara bringing it down. I'm loving Mo Diawara minutes right here. The confidence is growing with Big Mo. Towns a pull up three up the handoff from Mo, can't get it to go. Long rebound, Bey had it, lost it, still loose. Fears picks it up, 3 Knicks in the backcourt. It's a 4-on-2. Fears all the way to the rim, right to left. Can't get it to go. Mo Diawara with the verticality. Snags the rebound. Quick outlet to Brunson. Hands it off to Towns. Can't get the dunk to go. Gets ran into by Trey Murphy. And then Towns comes up hobbling a little bit. Trey Murphy apologizes. Checks up on him. We're going to get a full Pelicans timeout. Towns still down under the basket. Hunched over. I think the trainer came over to ask him a question, and Towns just shook his head and walked to the bench and sat down, looking to get back into the game. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Prince Jamia said he's on the rookie contract. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, if they move off of, the only way to get dink paid is to open up a roster spot. So it's either to waive a player or trade a player and get nothing back in return, something like that. Or waive one of the two-way contracts you have now. So the 3 guys you have on 2 ways are Trey Jemison, who I don't think they're waiving, Kevin McCullough Jr., who I don't think they're waiving, and Tosan Mwoma, who is the obvious go-to guy who doesn't seem to be a part of the future of this team, who they would probably waive to give the new 2-way to Dink Pate. But I'm with you, though. I'm on the Dink Pate bandwagon as well. I'm there, too. Speed Demon, what's up, Speed Demon? I hope all is well, brother. Me too. All is well, brother. All is well. I hope with you as well. Hope all is good with you, my brother. Sidhu Berry, what's up, Sidhu Berry? Diawara's been on fire. He's been hooping, man. Isaiah Garnett said Diawara, keep me in the rotation. Yeah, he's got 8 points. He's got 8 points so far, 3 for 4 from the field. He is not bashful. And the one shot he missed, he should have 10 points right now. The one shot he missed was a fast break layup. Should have knocked that one down. Jamia said, send somebody to the G League. They could send somebody to the G League. The issue is that you have to give them the contract, right? So you'd have to waive somebody. And you probably waive Tosan and Mwoma. Joseph said, how you doing, Chevy? Look good. Appreciate you, Joseph. Appreciate you. Rocking the orange today. Just a little precursor before we get to the big San Antonio game. We got to get up for that one. That's a tough one. Sidhu Berry said, Diawara like J-Dub. Darnell, what's up, Darnell? Dink not ready yet? I can see that too. Listen, he looks good, man. He is, every time I look at the box scores, every time I look at the highlights, I'm like, oh, just a casual 22, 11, and 7 for Dink Pate? Cool. Yak said, just move off Yabu somehow. At this point, I don't want a player. Yeah, I'm sure they would try to. It's just, he's got money that a team has to take in, and I'm not sure a team just wants to take him in for nothing. You'd have to trade him to like one of the tanking teams, like the Wizards or something, maybe the Nets, although the Knicks don't make trades with the Nets, obviously. So like the Wizards, I can see him maybe trading him to the Wizards and just being like, hey, here's a veteran guy, you want him? But why would the Wizards want Yabu? They got young guys they want to play. So it's hard. It's harder than it sounds to trade a guy for nothing, as crazy as it sounds. Moran, what's up, Moran? Lana Mona said, need more likes, Knicks fans. Appreciate you, Lana. If you're enjoying the show so far, hit the thumbs up button, like the stream. It is the best thing you can do to help support the content, help support the community, helps the community grow. I'd very much appreciate it, y'all. Thank you. Here we go. 16-14. Towns will be at the foul line for 2 free throws. Chris Rowe, what's up, Chris? Jamie said, let's get rid of Jordan Clarkson for signing Dink Pate. How do you like that? Towns knocks down the first free throw. I wouldn't mind it, but I think Jordan Clarkson is more valuable to this team right now than Dink Pate. Like, you can keep Dink Pate in the G League and you still have his rights, right? Buzzer Beater with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Buzzer Beater. He said, appreciate you taking my question. Blow the horn. Appreciate you, Buzzer Beater. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you for that. I try to get to every comment in the chat. As the community has grown, it's becoming increasingly more difficult, but I try to. Here we go. We're back into it. Towns knocked down both free throws. It's 18-14. Bay has it in the mid-post, being guarded by Diawara, backing him down. Stop, fall away, push shot in the paint. Gets a nice soft bounce off the side of the rim, and he gets it to go down. Saddiq Bey might be putting in his application to be a New York Knick here tonight. He's got 10 points already, 4 for 4 from the field. Towns swings through to his right, being guarded by Looney, who's in the game. Towns gets the layup to go, going right through Looney's chest. It's 20-16, a 4-point lead for the Knicks. Approaching the halfway point here in the first quarter. Queen walks into a pull-up 3 straight away over Brunson, comes up short. Towns with the rebound. Quick outlet to Brunson. Brunson bringing it down. Brunson has it up top, dancing with it. Coming to his right, crossing over to his left. Coming off the Towns screen, driving down in the lane. Throws up the floater off glass. Can't get it to go. Towns offensive rebound. Goes up. Gets blocked by Looney. Gets blocked by Queen. His second block of the game on Karl-Anthony Towns. And now here comes Derik Queen after picking up the loose ball. Quick hit ahead. Saddiq Bey left corner 3. Got it to go. Saddiq Bey over OG Anunoby is on fire tonight. 5 for 5 from the field. Here comes Brunson bringing it down the other way. It's a 1-point game. Brunson hands it off to Bridges. Bridges coming to his left. Off the town screen. Cross-court pass. Diawara, right corner 3. Line me up for his third. Line me up for your third 3, Mo Diawara. He's on fire today as well. He said you don't need a Saddiq Bey when you got Mo Diawara in the building. Derik Queen has it up top, being guarded by OG Anunoby. 23-19, back up by 4. Queen up top, looking for an outlet to get over to Bey. Bey coming to his right, Diawara chasing. Anunoby switches onto him, in and out dribble, driving to his left, step back, steps through, puts up the floater off glass, can't get it to go, but he does draw the foul on OG Anunoby. There is no guarding Saddiq Bey right now, whether it's Brunson, Diawara, Anunoby, Towns. It does not matter. Saddiq Bey's getting buckets, but thankfully we have our own version of him, Mo Diawara, going right back at him on the other end. It's 23-19 with Bey at the foul line for 2 here. Bey knocks down the first one. Got another one coming. Guerschon Yabusele. All of that talking down in his name earlier. He's one of the first guys off the bench tonight. Here comes Yabu. Here comes Yabu. Towns comes out. I think Huck also came in. Huck Porty. 2 guys came in. They focus mostly on Yabusele coming in. I'll let you guys know in a second here. Huck Porty is in the game for Towns. Yabusele is in the game for Anunoby. Okay, let's see how the defense holds up here with Huck Porty, Yabusele, Brunson, Diawara, and Bridges. Saddiq Bey did knock down both of the free throws, so it's 28-21. Cross-court pass, Yabusele in the corner takes the baseline, and they hit a travel on Guerschon Yabusele. Not a good first possession for him back in the rotation. Not a good first possession at all. Chris Rowe said Bey wants to be a Knick. He might want to be a Knick. He might want it. He might want it. Here comes Jordan Poole, who's in the game. They get over to Looney, back to Poole. Poole hesitates from 3, driving it down, pulls it back out. Poole being guarded by Huck Porty on the switch, tagging to his right. Cross-court pass, Bey catches, jab step, driving it down on Brunson. Stops, turns, spins, kicks out of the Poole. Poole right corner 3, got it to go. We went over his percentages. I think you'll live with Jordan Poole shooting lightly contested shots, but maybe not out of the corner. Brunson fakes the handoff, gets to the foul line, pull-up jumper, can't get it to go. Long rebound, Trey Murphy able to pull it down. 24-23, a 1-point lead. Poole left corner 3, can't get that one to go. Fight for the rebound, Looney has it, kicks it up top to Trey Murphy III, dancing with it against Diawara. They kick it out. Bey, left corner 3, Saddiq Bey can't miss. Oh my goodness, it is just straight. First team to 120 tonight is going to win it. No defense, very little defense being played from either side. Actually, defense is being played. The offense has just been spectacular from both sides, although mostly now the Pelicans, as Brunson misses under the floater, Trey Murphy bringing it down the other way. They kick it out to Bey, jab step, hesitates, crossover, down the lane, reverse layup. Can't get that one to go. His first miss of the night. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Brunson knocks it out of Queen's hands. Brunson, home run pass, hit ahead to Diawara, goes up, got the layup. Mo Diawara continues to be spectacular tonight. Great outlet pass by Jalen Brunson to get him the layup. 27-25, 3:45 to go here in the first quarter. They get over to Murphy, being chased around the screen, dancing with it. They get over to Looney at the foul line. Looney pulls it back out, trying to get it to somebody. Looney picks up his handle. They get it over to Queen. Queen being guarded by Yabu. Queen dancing with it. They get over to Murphy. Coming to his right off the Queen screen. Cross-court pass. Poole. Extra pass. Bey. Wide open 3. Saddiq Bey. Can't miss. Saddiq Bey missed one layup that rimmed in and out. He's got 21 first quarter points. He has a 50-point game under his belt. I believe that was his rookie year or second year, something like that, when he was with the Pistons. Bridges driving it down. Mid-range pull-up jumper from him. Got it to go down nice and calmly. Okay, if Saddiq Bey can calm down here tonight, the Knicks should be able to pull this game out, but that's a big if, the way he's playing so far. Jordan Poole crosses over down the lane, gets blocked by Huck Porty, but he does pick up the foul call. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws with 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Oof. David said, Bey auditioning. He is auditioning, although Mo Diawara is putting up one heck of a rejection letter so far. 13 points for Mo, trying to out-battle him. Judge that's the best 8 minutes of his career. He does have a 50-point game under his belt. I will say that. His career high is 50. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It's 27-30. Saddiq Bey has 21 of their 30 points. And Jordan Poole has knocked down 2 threes. He's got 6. So between 2 players, they've scored 27 of the 30 points. The other guy who's made a shot is Trey Murphy III with a deep 3. If they can just clean up the Saddiq Bey, the Saddiq Bey aspect of this game. No, Zion has a point. Zion has 1 point. Trey Murphy has 5. Oh, no, Jordan Poole did miss the other 3. He's got 1 3. Okay. Nothing from Queen, nothing from Fears. 21 for Saddiq Bey, 7 for 8 from the field, 4 for 4 from three-point range. He has missed 1 free throw. 1 rebound, 1 assist for Saddiq Bey so far. Whew. AP said Knicks had to stop throwing away games here, this resting players all the time. Brother, they have 9 losses. What games have they thrown away? What games they threw? You could say they threw away the Minnesota game, although that was a close game all the way to the end. I don't think they've thrown any games away. They have not experienced one single blowout so far this year, my brother. They haven't thrown any games away. And it's the first quarter. Let's see how it plays out. Rose Pierce said Saddiq Bey, low-key Abdul Rauf. He might be him in disguise and on some stilts. Archie Gaming said, fun fact, Saddiq had 21 in the first quarter of his career-high 50-point game. That is a fun fact, Archie. We're going to have to watch out for Saddiq Bey the rest of the night. Listen, the Knicks had the defenders to throw at him between Anunoby and Bridges and guys like that. So I'm not too worried about it. But this might become a problem because he's feeling himself right now. Isaiah Garner said Orlando, Minnesota, that's it. But they didn't get blown out against Minnesota. That was a close game all the way to the end. Without Brunson and without Anunoby. The Orlando game, I did forget about that one. That one was close until that fourth quarter, and then Orlando ran away with it. And so the final score was looked a lot larger than how close the game actually was. But you're not wrong about that. The Orlando game was over quicker than it should have been. AP said, we got San Antonio next. I got a bad feeling about that game. You got a bad feeling about every big game, AP. Judge's dad said, leaving Diawara open. They might have to change that. I love that Mike Brown is just stuck with Mo Diawara, even though like the offense hasn't been there from him. He's been hooping. Tonight. Crazy what happens with like allowing a player to get in the rhythm and knowing they have a longer leash does to a guy's confidence. Here we go. Keys Be Me said Bay also has those Villanova ties, which doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt at all. You're absolutely correct. It does not hurt at all. Jordan Poole with the foul line for 2. Knocks down the first one. There was a good timeout from the Knicks. MBM said, Ye of Little Faith Club is now open. It is indeed. It is indeed. Archie said, let's get OG to turn up and stop Saddiq. And we get this game in the bag. I agree with you. The Knicks have options to throw Saddiq Bey if this continues to go all night long, although they have not made good rotations on him. Like I said earlier in the game, I did not like starting the game with Brunson on Saddiq Bey. I thought that was a bad move from Mike Brown. Brunson has it up top. They swing it out to Clarkson, who's in the game. Hesitates from 3. Bounce pass to Anunoby. Down the lane. Kicks out to Yabusele. Line me up, Gershon Yabusele. Line me up, Yabu. Needed it. Needed Yabu to build that confidence, baby. We know you got it in you, big dog. Poole lobs it over the top to Kevon Looney. Swings it over to Saddiq Bey. Knicks are in a zone here. Bey driving it down to the foul line. Kicks it out. Trey Murphy, open right wing 3. Can't get it to go. Good box out and rebound from OG Anunoby. And he throws a terrible bullet pass to Clarkson, although I suspect that probably wasn't for Clarkson. That might have been for Brunson. Clarkson just went to the wrong spot. And there was a miscommunication there. Out of bounds on the Knicks. Ball going back to the Pellies here. 32-30. 2:24 to go. Jordan Hawkins is checking into the game here. Trey Murphy out. Jordan Poole will bring it down. And the Knicks are back into his zone, being guarded by Clarkson. Coming to his left. Driving it down. Yabusele switches onto him. Jordan Poole's looking to dance. Coming to his right. Gets to the foul line. Pump fake. Swings through. Gets fouled by Yabusele. Can't get caught with your hand in the cookie jar, Yabusele. AP said, it's Knicks. You know how players have career nights against us? You could say that, AP, because you're not entirely wrong. But I will say, the Knicks have done a lot of that to other teams as well tonight. I mean, look at Diawara having a career night against the Pelicans. Look at Kevin McCullough having a career night against the Hawks. Look at Tyler Kolek having a career night against the Spurs and then also against the Cavs. The Knicks have also done their fair share of having role players having career nights against other teams. Sign of a really good team. Although the defense continues to be an issue. As Saddiq Bey is going off against the Knicks. Poole knocked down the first one. Goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. Zion Williamson back in. 34-30. 4-point lead for the Pelicans with 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Pelicans are also in the bonus here. Brunson up top coming to his right. Running a little bit of a horn set. They get Poole switched on to Brunson. Brunson's going to dance with it. Driving it down. Euro. Gets fouled by Jordan Poole. I was going to say, where's my foul call? It looked like all arm, but it was a little bit of a late whistle. Brunson going to the foul line for 2. They're going to show the replay here. Jordan Poole did not like the foul call. That is literally all wrist. Don't understand how you could argue that. Brunson knocks down his first free throw. He's got another one coming. Isaiah Gardner said Brown is believing in him, and Diawara is having more confidence as he plays more. He's also just getting in the rhythm more. Like, he's always been the kind of guy who's played with a ton of confidence. I don't think I've seen him, like, lose confidence at any point when Mike Brown is giving him an opportunity. But he's, like, oozing confidence right now, playing extremely well, and Mike Brown's trusting him. And he's getting in the rhythm. Brunson knocks down both free throws. OG Anunoby swats a Jordan Hawkins 3 to the half-court line, but the Pelicans recover it. They get it out the bay for another 3. He finally misses one. Zion grabs the offensive rebound, though, and gets a two-handed put-back dunk. But at least the Sadiq Bey missed a shot. Brunson bringing it down. They show 2. They get it out to Anunoby. Anunoby swings it out to Clarkson. Clarkson on the right wing. He's going to attack Hawkins off the bounce. Stops, turns, spins in the paint. Puts up the little fall-away jumper, draws the foul on Hawkins. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. A lot of fouls so far here in this first quarter. A lot of fouls. I can't even blame the officials. Just a lot of hacking and whacking so far from both sides. I don't know if I've ever... I can't remember. Maybe I have. But I can't remember the last time I've seen somebody block a jump shot and send it to the other side of the court the way Anunoby just did there. Clarkson knocks down his first free throw. He's got another one coming. (36-33). Both teams in the bonus for the final minute and a half of this first quarter. Clarkson rattles in the second one. It almost popped out, but he got it to stay. 36-34 at the 2-point game, 1:30 to go. Williamson bringing it down. He has it up top. The Knicks are back into his zone. Zion Williamson on the right wing, directing traffic. Tagging to his left, down the lane. They kick it out to Poole. Poole hesitates from 3. Now over to Bey. Bey driving it down the middle of the lane. Will fall away mid-range shot, and he misses yet another one. There we go. We're getting him to miss. Here comes Jordan Clarkson bringing it down the other way. Clarkson has it on the right wing. Gets it over to Yabusele, right corner. Line me up, Gershon Yabusele. Line me up, Gershon Yabusele. We needed it. We need to see Yabu knocking down shots. We need it. Zion Williamson up top to Poole. Poole loses the handle. Now back to Zion. Now back to Poole. A deep one. And Jordan Poole also has the touch tonight. Jordan Poole with a deep 3 there. 37-39. Brunson will bring it down against Jordan Hawkins. Brunson has it up top. Being guarded by Hawkins. 35 seconds to go. Dancing with it. Stops. Turns. Leans in. All the way. Foul line jumper. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. A lot of contact. No foul call. Good defense from Hawkins there. Here comes Jordan Poole with the ball down the lane. Slips and falls. They kick it out. They swing it over to Bey. Bey down the lane. Gets the layup. Got it to go. Players all over the floor. And then Yabusele throws it away right to Brunson. Bad pass from Yabusele. He giveth and he taketh. He giveth and he taketh. Jordan Poole has it up top. He's going to hold it for the final shot of the quarter. It's 41-37, a 4-point lead for New Orleans. The Knicks have given up 40 points in this quarter. Not good defense at all. Not championship defense at all. Jordan Poole sidestep 3. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound gets it over to Yabusele. And that will be the end of the first corner. Oof. An up and down performance from our New York Knicks, to say the least. Allow 41. Unreal. I'm going to give them... I'm going to remain neutral about the defense so far. It obviously was not good in that first quarter. I'm going to remain neutral about it because they did have some spectacular shot making in that first quarter between Sadiq Bey and Jordan Poole. 2 guys capable of doing that. But let's see if they can continue that all night long, right? So good first quarter, excellent first quarter from the Pelicans. Not so great first quarter from the Knicks. They also did, by the way, put up 37 points themselves. So not bad from them in terms of, like, they actually put up points as well. Again, let's see if the Pelicans can keep up this pace all night long, because I'm pretty sure the Knicks can. Let's see if the Pelicans can. John, what's up, John? David said, Diawara is a keeper. This makes a trade for a second star intriguing. The Knicks already have a second star. Might be talking about a third star. Although, depending how you feel about OG Anunoby and his defense, you might be talking about a 4th star at that point. Because I think the Knicks have Got multiple stars, brother. I don't think they need to trade for a second star. They already have one. Sire Love, what's up, Sire? Vic said Jokic just got hurt. This is an extremely unfortunate season for the Nuggets. My goodness, they're already missing 3 starters. Isaiah Garner said, same with you. Our scoring this game wouldn't be that tight. Yeah. Game's all over the place so far tonight. There's a lot of things happening tonight that don't normally happen. A lot of outlier performances so far tonight. Kim Sims, what's up, Kim? Knicks for life, absolutely. The Bucks are locked into a tight one with the Hornets. Suns with a 10-point lead over the Wizards. I'm sorry, Suns Gen, if you're still in here, but I got to root for the Wizards. We have their pick, so I need all the wins the Wizards can supply for the New York Knicks. Warriors and Nets are locked into a tight one. The Nets, by the way, if you guys did not know, the Brooklyn Nets currently over the last month, over the last 12 or so games, have the best number 1 ranked defense in the NBA. Just that. Sons Gen said, all fair in sports. Appreciate you, Sons Gen. I wasn't sure if you were still in here, but I got to root for the Wizards. It benefits my team to root for the Wizards. Chris Titudo Marcon. What's up, Chris? Need long passing speed? Okay. Al Machinery said 41 points? No defense whatsoever. No deuce yet, just Kolek. Yeah, Kolek is in the game to start the second quarter here. Let's do it. Jordan Poole bringing it down. They get it over to Hawkins. Hands it off to Zion. Knicks back into a man-to-man. Zion crosses over on Anunoby. Gets to the rim. Can't get the layup to go. Good defense from OG Anunoby. Towns secures the rebound. Here comes Bridges. The Knicks come out with Clarkson, Kolek, Towns, Bridges, and Anunoby. Bridges driving it down. Loses the handle. Saves it out to Kolek somehow. Kolek driving it down in the lane. Stops behind the back. Crosses over. Spins. Pump fake. Goes up. Draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Excellent one-on-one play from Tyler Kolek there. Just gave him all the moves on that possession. So he's going to be at the foul line for 2. 11:30 to go, just starting the second quarter here. Yak said, besides 2 big threes, Yabu hasn't been good. No. The 2 threes were really the only positive thing we can say about Yabu. Kolek misses a free throw, though. Can't be missing free throws, Tyler Kolek. Come on, brother. I Love said, how's OG Anunoby doing? He's doing fine. Wish he could knock down some more shots here. I don't think he scored. Yeah, he's 0 for 4 from the field for 0 points so far. But playing some solid defense, as usual. He's got the Zion Williamson assignment tonight, so that's a tough matchup for him. Tough matchup for anybody. Kolek does knock down the second one at least. Zion has it up top being guarded by Anunoby. Hands it off to Hawkins. Gets to the mid-range pull-up jumper. Hawkins gets it to go down. Clarkson having trouble getting over the Zion handoff. Here comes Kolek bringing it the other way. Kolek has it up top, hands it off to Clarkson. Clarkson back to Kolek. Kolek being guarded by Hawkins. Swings through to his left off the Towns screen. Gets it over to Towns. Pump fake from 3. Driving it down. Pass fake down the lane. Gets swatted out of there by Zion Williamson. There's that Duke defense that was advertised coming out of college. My goodness, that was explosive. Came out of nowhere. They get it into Clarkson, hands it off to Kolek. Kolek coming to his left, driving it down, blows past the defense, gets to the lane. They kick it over to Anunoby, swings it out to Clarkson. Clarkson heaves it up there with the shot clock winding down, didn't get it off in time, and it's a shot clock violation. Peavy's in the game. That's who it is. Didn't know who that was for the Pelicans. That's Peavy. Hawkins has it up top being guarded by Clarkson. Anunoby able to jump the post and get a steal on Zion there. Kolek hit head to Clarkson. Clarkson in the left corner 3. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Anunoby the offensive rebound. They kick it out to Kolek. Kolek swings it up top. Towns. Pump fakes from 3. Sidestep. Extra pass. Tyler Kolek wide open left wing 3. Line me up, Tyler Kolek. Yes, sir. The next 3-point shooting is going down today. That's nice. They're getting perimeter shots to go down. Now they have to clean up their defense here. Cross-court pass to Hawkins. Hawkins driving it down in the lane, leaves it off for Williamson. Williamson lefty layup over Towns, got it to go. Man's an excellent finisher in the paint. Hit ahead pass to Clarkson. Clarkson on the left wing being guarded by Zion. Williamson on a switch, on a mismatch. Clarkson lobs it down low to Anunoby, just bullies his way into the paint, draws the foul, and then gets pulled to the floor. So OG's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. OG being very aggressive offensively right now. Love to see that. Charles Austin said, what's happening? Why are we trailing against the Pelicans? They got off to an incredibly hot shooting start. Knicks defense was not very good getting out to their shooters. Let them get into rhythm early. Sadiq Bey went off in that first quarter for 21 points. And the Knicks have kept pace offensively because they're also playing well offensively. But the defense continues to be a bit of an issue against this Pelicans team. 10 minutes to go. Anunoby knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. OG Anunoby knocks down both free throws. Back to a 2-point game. Trading points here for both sides. Trading baskets. Zion Williamson has it on the right wing. Coming to his left. Driving it down to the lane. Lefty layup. Got it to go nice and easy. And a timeout for Mike Brown and the New York Knicks. Want to talk a couple of things over. Knicks having issues staying in front of Zion Williamson now as he's getting to the paint in the last couple of possessions here. Camille Lightborn. What's up, Camille? Rigged. Miscommunication between Anunoby and Towns. Towns probably should have just switched that and forced Zion to come back to his right hand so Anunoby can pick him back up again. Instead, he allowed Zion to get to his strong hand, the left hand, blow past him, get into the lane for the easy lefty layup. As the center was pulled away from the basket, no real rim protector behind him. Easy layup for Zion. Good timeout from Mike Brown and the Knicks. Got to talk a couple things over. The defense is atrocious so far. Might want to go double big. You know, we haven't seen the double big lineup all that much these last couple of games. Mike Brown has been leaning a little bit more towards the 3-guard lineup than the double big lineup. And it's worked. It's worked. But on a night like tonight where you're really struggling defensively, double bigs might be the way. Might be the way. Especially when you have a downhill driver like Zion, who's not much of a perimeter threat, who has the ball out on the perimeter. You want to go double big to keep him out of the paint as much as possible. James Cookfair said, just joining. Mo Diawara with 13. Mo Diawara with 13 points, leading us in scoring, Mo Diawara. Hopefully we could end the night celebrating the Mo Diawara performance rather than being upset that the Knicks dropped the game against the Pelicans. So Knicks got to pull themselves together here. Down by 2. Down by 4. I forgot to give Zion that layup. 47-43. Yeah, I said protect the paint. They won't keep hitting threes like that. They will if we continue to allow them to be open from 3, the way we have so far. But if they protect the paint and keep them out on the perimeter and just contest their threes, I agree with you. I agree with you. Abe said these guys are still playing from behind. So many teams play from behind, AP. Literally, all 30 teams do this. You can't point to me a team that doesn't play from behind, my brother. The Thunder do. The Spurs do. The Nuggets do. The Pistons do. Every team does it, brother. Every team does it. All that matters is what that final score is. As long as you're throwing a W up on the board, it doesn't really matter how you really got there. Obviously it does, but as long as you're throwing up the W at the end, all that really matters. Isaiah Garner said, you need double bigs in this game in the Spurs against the 1B. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure how often they went to the double bigs against Wembanyama. Maybe they did. I can't remember that game but too clearly in terms of like how often they use a double big lineup, but it is effective against them. It would be effective. Namar said, let's go McBride in the game. Let's see. Here we go. McBride is in the game. We have Kolek, McBride, Towns, Bridges, and Anunoby. Kolek up top. They swing it over to OG Anunoby. Back to Kolek. Looking to drive and attack. Flips it up with the left hand. Gets chased down block. Kolek wants the goaltend. He's not going to get it. Here comes Poole pushing it the other way. Pass fake, down low to Zion. Zion goes up. Gets stripped. Out of bounds. Going to go to the Knicks. Now they're going to change the call and give it back to the Pelicans here. Nixon, NYC. What's up, Nixon? Peavy in the game. Inbounding the ball into Looney. Looney hands it off to Poole. Poole, pump fakes, coming to his right, being chased by McBride. Leans in, draws the foul. Got the jump shot to go down anyway. He's going to the foul line for one more. Pelicans up by 6. Beater said, Cole, you got to learn to finish at the rim. He actually had an extremely high rim finishing percentage, field goal percentage, since entering the rotation. But starting to go down a little bit here. That last one, maybe he's got a little bit of a gripe with it possibly being a goaltend. He's got to get a little bit stronger going to the rim so he doesn't have to flip it up at the basket the way he just did there. McCullough's in the game. And Jordan Poole rattles in his and one free throw. A 7-point lead for the Pelicans has opened up. Here come the Pelicans. Here they come. Here they are. Kolek has it up top to get over to Towns. Towns turns, kicks it out to Anunoby. Anunoby pump fakes from 3, driving the baseline, goes up. Big two-handed slam for OG Anunoby. That's one way to get back up on the board. His first field goal made of the game. Comes Zion bringing it down the other way. Zion being picked up by Anunoby. Has it on the right wing, coming to his left. Towns switched onto him. Zion driving it down and draws a foul on Karl-Anthony Towns. And again, just hacking and whacking away from both sides. Towns is getting called with his hand in the cookie jar. Not good defense at all. Abe said Towns has 4 points. 4 points. Everybody got 4 points. Anunoby's got 4 points. Kolek's got 4 points. Everybody's got 4 points tonight. Zion knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. As Gardner said, also, we were missing our best perimeter defender in Deuce. We were missing our best perimeter defender in Deuce. We're also missing maybe our second best perimeter defender in our best point of attack defender in Landry Shamet. Definitely one of our better ones, for sure. Kolek hit ahead to McBride. McBride fires the left corner 3. Too strong, can't get it to go. About to pop off for Deuce. Zion made both free throws, by the way, so it's 52-45, a 7-point lead for the Pelicans. Zion driving it down against Towns, leans in, gets the layup to go over Karl-Anthony Towns. Now it's a 9-point lead for the Pelicans, their largest lead of the game. Kolek has it up top, being guarded by Peavy. They get over to Towns. Towns walks into a straightaway 3. Karl-Anthony Towns, line me up from 3-point range. Towns, there you go. Okay, his first made 3 of the game. Here comes Zion pushing the pace the other way. Zion looking very spry, very healthy, very good. Towns has Zion now has it at the foul line, goes right into Towns' chest and draws yet another foul. He's going back to the foul line for 2 more free throws with 8:20 to go. Mark said Zion is out of control and is getting the calls. If these are the calls they're giving you tonight, Knicks have to be able to respond. J-Boy, what's up, J-Boy? Is Derik Queen playing? Derik Queen is playing. Has not scored yet. Beater said that Cal foul was bogus. This last one, Zion's at the line for? I mean, Zion goes into his chest. Towns again gets his hand caught in the cookie jar. Yabusele coming in for Towns. Zion knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. Towns talking to the official. Now talking to Mike Brown. Yabusele and Anunoby in at the 4 and the 5 here. Interesting. Going extremely small here. Let's see how this works out. Zion knocks down both. It's an 8-point game. 8:10 to go here in the second quarter. Anunoby up top. Attacking to his left. Throws up the floater. Draws the foul on Zion Williamson. Again, like I just said, if these are the fouls they're handing out tonight, the Knicks have to understand how the game is being officiated and adjust. Anunoby just adjusted right there. He said, okay, you're rewarding the guy for driving into the defender and chucking up a shot. Okay, I will do exactly that. And he did it, and they gave him the foul call. He's at the foul line for 2. Angela Harding, what's up, Angela? Anunoby rattles in the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Sadiq Bey and Trey Murphy sub in. Horrifying sight, considering what they've done tonight. Zion to the bench. Mark said OG keeping us in it right now. He is. Anunoby knocks down both free throws. 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. It's a 6-point game, 56-50. Jordan Poole has it up top, being guarded by Kolek. Get it over to Trey Murphy, driving it down against McBride. Leans in, all the way midi, can't get it to go. Anunoby with the rebound, outlet to Kolek. Kolek bringing it down, get us a good shot. Kolek to get over to Anunoby, putting his head down, attacking, swings through, down the lane, takes the bump, puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Yabusele had it, lost it. Anunoby picks it up and gets a 2-handed throw down in the paint. and a timeout from the Pelicans. It's a 4-point game. And the Knicks have played pretty horrible defense. But here we are. It's a 4-point game. The Knicks can just clean up a couple of things here. They should be able to pull this one out, even though it's not a very good night from them overall. The offense is solid. Not good, but solid. Old Austin Murphy looking solid. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Trey Murphy's game. Looking solid. Nothing too spectacular so far tonight from him. It's mostly been Sadiq Bey in the first quarter. A lot of Zion in the second quarter. Dom Anthony, what's up with Dom Anthony? OG the man. He's doing his part, doing his job. Got to get Brunson back in there at some point, obviously. Joseph said, there we go, Knicks. Now we're waking up. Anunoby's waking up. Chaotic Styles, what's up, Chaotic? Watching from vacationing in Sao Paulo, Brazil. What's up, Chaotic Styles? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you tuning in. Jason said, let's get us some Mo Diawara back in this thing, for sure. For sure. And Mo Diawara still leading us in scoring, by the way. He is still leading us in scoring with 13 points. David said, good to have Deuce back. Yeah, he hasn't really done anything tonight so far. He's 0 for 1 from the field. Missed his only 3-point attempt. But it's good to have him back. I suspect he's not going to play all that well these next couple of games just because he's got to shake that rust off, especially as a mostly perimeter shooter offensively. Got to shake that rust off, but it's good to have him back. Good to have that defense back as well. Angela Hardington, I'm here waiting for a win tonight. Hopefully the Knicks walk out with their win tonight. Joseph said McBride is just coming back from injury. He'll adjust. For sure. I have my expectations low for Deuce McBride. I'm hoping he plays well. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays well. But my expectation is that he'll be rusty for these next couple of games before going back to the Deuce McBride we know and love. Sire Love said, can we get OG to the All-Star game and the three-point contest? A lot of really good shooters in the league this year. I don't know. I don't know about the three-point contest, but All-Star game, maybe. There might be too many good players unless he gets voted in, which I don't think he will because the fan vote only counts for 50% now. He's not really going to get the vote from anybody else to be a starter in the All-Star game. So I don't think he'll make it as a reserve just because a lot of really good players in the league. But we'll see. Nixon said, watching the game on Saturday in Atlanta was epic. that was MSG South down there in Atlanta, right? A lot of Knicks fans in that building. Nixon. Here we go. We're back into it. 7:30 to go. Fears is back in, gets it to Bay. Bay steps through, loses the handle on the ball. McBride able to pick it up. Good defense from Yabusele to step in and help. McBride hands it off to McCullough. McCullough up top to Kolek. Kolek swings through to his left off the Anunoby screen. Pocket pass to OG. They kick it out. McBride wide open. Right corner three. Line me up. Can't get it to go. To be expected. He's going to be rusty. Derik Queen has it up top. Being guarded by Anunoby. Steps back. Cross-court pass. Bay. Left corner. Being ran off the line by McBride. They kick it up top to Fears. Fears a three over Kolek. Well contested. Shoots up the air ball. And the ball is going to go back to the Knicks. Defense stepping up here. Here we go. Some solid stops. Now you got to get some scores. Stops and scores. 4-point deficit for the Knicks, 56-52. 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Kolek gets it over to Anunoby. Anunoby dancing with it. Anunoby coming to his right. Fears picks him up, driving it down in the lane, stops, turns, spins, kicks it up top. Tyler Kolek wide open, straightaway three. Can't get it to go. Yabusele the offensive rebound. Back to Kolek, driving it down in the lane, kicks it out. Anunoby an open three. Line me up, OG. Can't get it to go. Now the Knicks three-point shooting not going down the way they needed to. Here comes Trey Murphy bringing it down the other way. They get over to Queen, back to Murphy. Murphy coming to his right off the Queen screen. Back up top to Queen. Queen dancing with it. Driving it down against Yabusele. Flips it up with the right hand. Way off, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Out of bounds. Off of Yabusele. So it's going to remain with the Pelicans. A fresh 14 on the clock. Huck Porty coming in for Anunoby. He needed a rest, man. He definitely needed that rest. David said, I wish the All-Star game could go back to East versus West. It's getting worse and worse every year. I completely agree with you, David. We got to stop complicating this thing. Just put it back to East versus West. If it sucks, it sucks. It is what it is. All-Star games suck in general. They get it into Bay, Queen fires the right corner three, comes up well short, long rebound, and the Knicks just don't hustle to it. Bay out-hustles them to it, and then Kevin McCullough steps in there, draws the charge on Saddiq Bey. There you go, Kevin McCullough Jr. Absolutely great defensive play by him. Six minutes to go, halfway point in the second quarter here. Kolek has it up top, being guarded by Fears. Coming to his right at the Hug 40 screen. They swing it out to McBride. McBride on the right wing, back to Kolek. Kolek being guarded by the rookie Fears. Dancing with it. Spins to his right. Ball knocked out of his hands by Fears. Great defense from Fears. Queen, home run pass to Fears. Fears reverse layup. Smokes it, but Trey Murphy right there for the two-handed putback and gets the foul call on Kolek. Kolek exacerbating the turnover by picking up the and one foul. Oh, no, they wave it off. They say offensive basket interference. My bad. My bad. I thought they called the foul on Kolek. They didn't. McBride knocks down the all-the-way jump shot. There you go, Deuce. His first made jump shot of the game. Brought it down, behind the back, knocked down the midi. Fears attacking Kolek off the bounce, pulls it out, dancing with it, backing him down. Fears in the paint, pump fake, steps through, he's got nowhere to go. Excellent defense from Kolek there. They get it out to Misiu's now in the game. They swing it out to Bay. Bay driving it down, being guarded by McCullough. Bay's dancing with it, stops, turns, spins, step back, steps through, puts up the floater, gets it to go, and the foul. Okay, they're giving them a lot of touch fouls. They're giving both sides a lot of touch fouls now. Got to let them play a little bit of defense, refs. Come on. Excellent move by Saddiq Bey there. Would not be denied. Nixon said it was Madison Square flower pot, not the garden, but we planted seeds. Joseph said, Yabusele been doing good tonight. Not going to lie, he's been decent. He's been decent tonight. Been decent. He's had some good moments. He's had some bad moments. He's been decent. Been up and down. Bay knocks down the free throw. Here comes Brunson, who subbed back in along with Bridges. 5:15 to go. Brunson hands it off to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Poole. Get it over to Huck Porty. Huck Porty being switched onto by Bay. Hands it off to McBride. McBride takes it out to Bridges. Bridges is going to attack. Hands it off to Brunson. Brunson fires a right wing three. Comes up short on it. He's Misi with the rebound. Here comes Fears bringing it down the other way. McBride's going to pick him up. Fears has it on the right wing. Coming to his left. They head down show two. Huck Porty and McBride run into each other. They kick out to Murphy being guarded by Brunson. Murphy's going to dance with it. Swings through down along the baseline. Throws up the floater. Throws up an air ball looking for a foul call. They don't give it to him. Here comes Brunson bringing it down the other way. Good defense from Brunson there. Brunson up top to Yabusele. Yabusele hands it off to Bridges. Bridges attacking to his left. They kick it out to Brunson. Brunson steps into a three. And he got that one to go down. There you go, JB. Nice pass from McHale. It's back to a 4-point game, 61-57. Hit ahead past the Queen. Queen being guarded by Yabusele. Yabusele's matched up well against Queen here tonight. Queen's backing him down. Stop, turn, one-legged fall-away jumper. Too strong, can't get it to go. Bridges with the rebound. Home run pass to Brunson. Brunson on the right wing, bringing it down against Fears. Coming to his left. Stops, dances with it. Brunson crosses over, puts his head down. Stop, turns, steps through, floater off glass. Got it to go. JB hit him with all the moves on that one. And a timeout from the Pellies. Back to a 2-point game. I think Brunson had something to say to the officials. Like, don't give him those touchy fouls down there and then suddenly want to allow us to play a little bit more physically. Give me the same fouls. Judge that to Bay, 26-3-1. Well, considering he had 21 points in that first quarter, I think they've done a much better job in the second quarter here so far. Mark said Bay's application has been submitted. Yeah, he slid over the application at the end of the first quarter and he said, y'all see what I could do. He said, hey, I'd love to be a part of a championship contending team. Y'all see what I could do. 2-point game, though. 2-point game. The Knicks have not played a very good game overall tonight, I'd say. And it's a 2-point game. So. I think the beauty of this team so far this year, as opposed to other seasons, is that in other seasons, the Knicks had to play a really good game to get victories against any opponent, against the worst teams in the league, against the best teams in the league, and against the best teams in the league, they had to play a perfect game, right? Not necessarily the case so far this year. They're not playing their best game so far tonight, and it's a 2-point game. Mo Diawara's back in. Nixon said tryouts. Dom Anthony said JB Cape Crusader. Bay has it up top. We're back into it. Hands it off to Murphy. Murphy being guarded by Bridges. Jab step. Swings it out to Bay. Bay being guarded by Diawara. Bay's going to dance with it. Step back 3 over Mo Diawara. Can't get that one to go. Zion with the offensive rebound. Puts up the floater. Can't get it to go. Can't get the tip. Zion can't get the putback. And then out of bounds off of Huck Porty. Nick's got to grab a rebound there, man. And Huck Porty's asking for a challenge. I don't think they're going to use their challenge there. So the Pelicans will inbound it here. 3 attempts on that play there for the Pelicans. They couldn't get any to go, but they will be able to inbound it here. Get it into Looney. Looney kinks it out to Fears. Fears has it up top being guarded by Brunson. Fears coming to his left off the Looney screen. Driving it down in the mid-range. Stops. Crosses over to his right. Throws up the floater. Got it to go for Fears. First basket of the game. Back to a 4-point game. 3:30 to go. Brunson bringing it down. Has it up top. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges back to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by the rookie Fears. I think he likes this matchup. I'll tell you that. Brunson, jab step, coming to his left, rejecting the screen. Stop, turn, spin, in the lane, step back, fall away, foul line, jump shot. Got it to go. JB, Jeremiah Fears hanging all over you. But it doesn't matter when you're as good as Jalen Brunson. Zion Williamson has it on the right wing, being guarded by Yabusele, attacking along the baseline, goes up, reverse layup. Got it to go for Zion. Oof. Tough athletic move from Zion Williamson. Brunson bringing it down. Hands it off to Bridges, back to Brunson. Brunson wants the Fears matchup. Fears trying to get a little aggressive on ball. Brunson dancing with it around the Huck Porty screen, coming to his left. Driving it down, throws a lob up to Huck. Huck can't get the lob tip in the go, but he does draw the foul. Are they going to give him free throws? The officials have been very consistent about not handing out free throws to lob attempts this season. We'll see. These officials have coached these officials have reffed a odd game so far, I'd say. George said, where's Mitchell Robinson? Mitchell Robinson is out with rest tonight. He's out with the injury management thing. So. Yeah, no free throws for Huck. They've been I'll give the officials that. They've been very consistent, and they're not handing out free throws for lob opportunities anymore. Which I kind of like. I like and I don't like. Brunson gets it in the Bridges. Bridges attacking the open space. Kicks out to Anunoby. Pump fakes and draws the foul on Anunoby. Draws the foul on Zion. Anunoby draws the foul on Zion there. AB said, is anyone defending tonight? There's a good first attempt on the defense, but if you get the defense in rotation, absolutely not. If you get the defense moving past one extra rotation, the defense completely has fallen apart for both sides. I think the defense straight up has been solid. It's been fine. But once you make one extra pass, the defense has completely fallen apart for both sides. Hilariously. Pretty hilarious. I'm not going to lie. 2:30 to go here in the second quarter. 65-63 as OG Anunoby knocked down both free throws. 2:30 to go. Poole bringing it down, being guarded by Diawara. The Knicks have their starting 5 out there, but Huck Porty is in for Towns. They swing it out. Trey Murphy, a left wing 3 off the screen, can't get it to go. Anunoby has the rebound. Now here comes OG Anunoby. Good, strong rebound from OG. OG putting his head down, attacking Zion off the bounce to the basket, lefty layup. Got it to go. OG Anunoby. Very aggressive here tonight. We called it in the pregame. Wanted to see Anunoby take a step up here tonight. Felt like he was due for one. Jordan Poole fires up a 3 off the handoff. Got it to go. Great movement from Jordan Poole off the handoff from Looney. Bad trail defense from the Knicks there. Not sure who it was who was supposed to stay with him. Might have been Diawara. Brunson coming to drive the Anunoby screen. Step back 3 for JB. Airballs it. Loose ball. Out of bounds. Poole saved it. No, it was out of bounds off of Murphy. 1:45 to go. He said no one is defending. The initial defense is solid. After that, the defense is breaking down, brother. He said team stats look good, but no one is defending. The initial defense is okay. After that, if they get past one action, the defense is falling apart. Brunson will inbound it. They get it into Anunoby. Pump fakes from 3. Driving it down. Leans in. Goes up off glass. Can't get it to go. No foul call. Loose ball. Out of bounds. No, not out of bounds. Trey Murphy saves it. And here come the Pelicans. Murphy has it on the left wing. They get it over to Bay in the post, being guarded by Brunson. They show double team. Bay pulls it out, swings it out to Murphy, cutting down low. Hop step, throws up the floater, in and out, and it stays in. Bridges bringing it down. Knicks back down by 5, 70-65. They hand it off to Diawara, up top to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right up the Hug-Porty screen. They cross-court past the Bridges, attacking the lane. They kick it out to Diawara, straightaway three. Mo, line me up again. Mo Diawara is having himself a heck of a night. He is their leading scorer tonight. My goodness, Mo. He's got 16 points. He's got 16 points. Mo Diawara. We need this victory just to celebrate the Mo Diawara game. Don't want to see a loss. Zion down the lane, lefty layup, got it to go. I mean, that dude's just big and strong and explosive. There were 3 Knicks there. Nothing you can do once he's in the air there. Anunoby driving it down, lefty late for him, got it to go. And there's no defense being played on the Pelicans side either. This is a first to 130 type of game. Both teams have 70 in the first half. Trey Murphy dancing with it, coming to his right of the Looney screen, driving it down against Hug-Porty, leans in, pump fake goes up, off glass, can't get it to go, but Kevon Looney right there for the tip, up and in. 30 seconds to go. Brunson bringing it down. He has it up top. McBride's waiting at the scorer's table, and Mike Brown's going to wave him back. Brunson dancing with it. They swing it out to Diawara. Jab step coming to his right up top the Bridges. They swing it over to Anunoby. He's going to pump fake and take the baseline. Bully ball his way to the basket. Two-handed slam for OG Anunoby. Where's my foul, too? My goodness. Zion will bring it down for the final shot of the quarter. 5 seconds to go. Zion attacking to his left against Huck. Driving it down. Throws up the floater. Can't get it to go, but a foul is called, sending Zion Williamson to the foul line for two free throws. My goodness. Kinahara, what's up, Kinahara? Lots of blood. Yeah, Hug-Porty. Leaking blood. Hug-Porty walking his way back to the bench after that Zion drive. There's blood everywhere. Blood in his hand. He's catching the blood as it's leaking out of his mouth. It's on his shoulders, on his arms. It's everywhere. Just going to walk right back to the locker room with 2.5 left to go. He don't have to take any free throws. Mark said, please stay healthy, Knicks. Just a nosebleed. A nosebleed. Zion's big and strong, man. That's what happens. That's what happens. AB said, this team needs to do something with his bum defense. I feel like I'm watching Mike D'Antoni out there. Brother, it's December 29th against the Pelicans. Relax, AP. You're not going to get... You're not going to get championship defense tonight. Now, I wish they would give them average defense, but you're not getting that either. What you're going to get is the first team to 130 tonight. That's who's going to pull it out. Two-point game, 2.5 to go. Zion will go to the foul line for 2. Tom Anthony said, Nick showing signs of a giveaway. I told you guys coming in, this might be a trap game. I said that in the pregame. You can go see it. I'll put it up in the chat too. It is there. Definitely a possible trap game. You know you have the big San Antonio game coming up. Could definitely be looking past you tonight. We went over the Pelicans. They had a 5-game losing streak before losing 3 in a row. Very inconsistent team, but they have the talent out there. They absolutely have the talent out there. You have Zion. You have Trey Murphy. Fears and Queen are interesting rookies. Jordan Poole can get hot. You're seeing Sadiq Bey get hot. You have to go out and beat NBA teams. All the Knicks need to do is put together one solid defensive quarter, and they'll walk away. Buzzer B just said, can you actually cook food? I can make a couple things. I'm no professional chef, but I'll be chefing it up in other areas. But I can make a couple things. I got a couple recipes in my back pocket. Donald said, he said it. I seen him. I did say it. There is proof. You can go back in the chat and look at it. It was earlier. Niggas said, what, ramen? I do be cooking some ramen. George said, Pelicans are getting too many second chance shots. For sure. For sure. It's part of the reason why I mentioned the double big lineup earlier. Haven't seen it tonight. Towns, I guess, is in foul trouble. I haven't been keeping track of the fouls. We'll go through it at halftime here. But, yeah. John said, how many three-point Shea? I don't know, brother. You're going to have to look it up. Yak said it's a few points on trap game. We're trying to win. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, look, it's December 29th against the New Orleans Pelicans. Do you think the Knicks showed up tonight like, oh, yeah, let's take it to the Pelicans tonight? Like, no. No, again, 74 first-half points for the Pelicans is way too many points. Terrible defense from our Knicks. But all that really matters is walking away with a W. And again, the reason why this is taking so long before Zion takes his free throws is because Huck Porty was leaking blood all over the court and they had to come out and clean everything. So Trey Jemison is in for the final possession here. Joe's dad said Pelican season high first half score. Yeah, let's see if they can replicate that in the second half, right? It'll kind of be the bet that the Knicks are going to make in the second half here. Zion at the foul line. Makes the first free throw. He's got another one coming. 75-72. Zion misses the free throw. Loose ball. Anunoby picks up the rebound. He's a three-quarters court. Doesn't get it off in time anyway. It was nowhere near the basket. And that will be the end of our first half, 75-72. A ridiculous first half score. Absolutely ridiculous. So what happened to Huck Porty? That last play, Zion was driving it to the rim, and I guess his shoulder or forearm or bicep or something, part of his arm made contact with Huck Porty's face, and Huck Porty got busted open. I think it was his nose. I think it was just a regular nosebleed. Got smacked in the nose, and he's back to the locker room. But we got a couple of things to talk about here. Right? When the Knicks play some terrible defense, we got to go over who's killing them. What's the issue? What's going on? Crazy that everybody played except for Dottie. I mean, Jemison didn't really play, but crazy. Everyone's jumped Dottie in the rotation. Not a good sign for Dottie. Mar said, shocked about Queen, but it's because of Bay. Yeah. Queen Ofer. We'll go through it. We'll look at it. We'll see what's going on. Jalen Brunson, 15 first half points, 4 assists, no turnovers. Played 17 minutes. Anunoby played 18 minutes for 16 points, 5 for 12 from the field. Has not knocked down a three. Pretty impressive. He scored 16 points with 0 threes. He's gone to the foul line 6 for 6. He's got 7 rebounds. He's rebounding the heck out of the ball. If only he could have some help tonight. Mo Diawara, speaking of help, Mo Diawara, a heck of a career night so far. 16 points for him, 6 for 7 from the field, 4 for 4 from three-point range. He may have stolen OG Anunoby's three-point shooting tonight. My goodness. Karl Anthony Towns, 7 points for him. 1 for 2 from three-point range. He knocked down a 3. 10 minutes. He's got 3 fouls. We are in similar territory of, Towns picking up silly fouls, and we really need him to help the team out tonight. So, Yak said rebounding is the matter. Missing your best rebounder, Mitchell Robinson, can do that to you, which is why I think they should lean a little bit more on the double bigs tonight, but not getting that. AB said, yeah, I don't think we're going to catch Detroit. Brother, did you not just watch Detroit get smoked out of the gym by the lowly Los Angeles Clippers? Again, the Los Angeles Clippers playing well as of late. But come on, brother. Come on. Yak said, 1 game out after tonight to win. Absolutely, Yak. Absolutely. David said, giving up 75 at half. Yikes. Big ol' yikes. MBM said, we're not losing this game? I don't think so. Nixon said, Cat always has a good game. Then the next is meh. Part of his inconsistency. The foul troubles aren't helping him. I think for the most part, when he's been able to play, he's been good. He's been fine. He's got 7, 4, and 4 so far tonight, which is really nice stat line for Karl Anthony Towns. But if only he could have played more than 10 minutes, it would have looked even nicer. They really need him out there. Outside of Robinson, he's their second best rebounder. So they need him. You're already down Josh Hart, who's your third best rebounder. We go to their bench. Mikal Bridges, 4 points for him, 2 boards, 4 assists. He's filling in the gaps like we always talk about. Fine, nothing all that impressive about Mikal Bridges. We could say we want more from him, but he's been fine. Gershon Yabusele, 6 points off the bench. He's our leading scorer off the bench. He hit 2 threes. He's snagged 2 rebounds. He played 11 minutes. He had some good. He had some bad. He also had 2 turnovers. A mixed bag for Yabusele, but I'm not going to crush him too much tonight. Mike Brown is trying to trust him. He's got fresh legs. He has not played, right? And he just hasn't really given them that much. He's not getting 2 threes, which is important, but, you know. And I thought he matched up decently against Zion for a stretch there in that second quarter, but there's only so much you could do. So. Hukporty played 12 minutes and didn't give you anything. You know, all that talk about everybody else, Hukporty has zeros across the board. Not a gosh dang rebound from Ariel Hukporty. Like, brother, you're supposed to be a rebounder. You're supposed to be a rebounder and rim runner and defensive player. And you gave us nothing. You gave us nothing in your 12 minutes. You were doing Cardi out there in 12 minutes, big dog. This is bad. This is bad from Huck. This is a bad night from him. On a night with no Mitchell Robinson, you think, oh, we have our third big. We have our third center in Ariel Hukporty. He's giving you nothing. And now he's busted open. We'll see if he'll be available in the second half. I assume he will. It's just a nosebleed, but we'll see. Clarkson in 5 minutes, 2 points. Interesting, he only got 5 minutes. This is the thing that is going to get very interesting. Because who do you pull out of the rotation? Kevin McCullough getting 4 minutes is like, look, man, he had a really nice night against Atlanta. I'm not sure if he was the guy to go to tonight. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see who Mike Brown goes to in the second half here. McBride got 6 minutes, knocked down a midi, 0 for 2 from 3. Played some solid defense all around. Cool. Tyler Kolek, 7 minutes. He scored 4 points. He had a turnover. He has an assist. He knocked down a 3, 1 for 2 from the foul line. You're not getting a whole lot from your bench here today. That's 8. That is 14 points off the bench for the New York Knicks tonight. Not the greatest. Not the greatest. Fungpe, what's up, Fungpe? If you got a green tie, burger time. X, what's up, Fungpe? Appreciate you, brother. X, Machinaman? What's up, X? Our defense is trash. Our defense is not good today whatsoever. We're only 1 3-point shot down. Yeah, it's a one-possession game. 70 points in the first half is not good, though. X said he's playing too many guys, 11-man rotation. You know, he's looking. He's searching. The guard rotation is going to get interesting. This is a conversation that I think a lot of Knicks fans have been avoiding. But what happens when Shamet comes back? Who goes to the bench? Because are you going to play Clarkson, McBride, Kolek, and Shamet off the bench? You're going to play 4, like, smallish guards off the bench? Right? With Robinson? And go to a 10-man rotation? Can you handle that? And you know, Shamet's 6'5"-ish, so he could be more of a wing, be more of a small forward in some of those lineups and some of those configurations, but who drops out of the rotation? Is it Kolek? Is it Clarkson? It's not going to be McBride. It's not going to be Shamet, I don't think. Mark said, Pacom, bye-bye. We'll see. We'll see. You know, this coaching staff is obviously a lot more in tune with development than the previous coaching staff. So maybe they're interested in Dadier, but he's just not ready. Who knows? Who knows? But, you know, when you have Mo Diawara out there running the way he's running, it's like, yeah, Dadier, brother. Everyone's had their moments so far. Hukporty's had moments. McCullough had his moment. Kolek's had moments. Now Diawara's having moments. And Dadier, he's had an opportunity here and there and just hasn't taken advantage of it. Shada G, what's up, Shada? Cat not supposed to be in foul problem. He's a big man. Is the point guard supposed to give him the ball in a sweet spot? Cat is in foul issue. He is always in foul issues. That is the Karl-Anthony Towns experience. Got to be better at that. But, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, I don't know what you want me to say about that. Nixon said, Yabu for Bey. Have you seen the 2 players play tonight? Why would the Pelicans want to trade Sadiq Bey for Gershon Yabusele? If that were offered to the New York Knicks, they would accept it in a heartbeat. There's a reason why that has not been offered. Mark said, Yabu and Mo for Bey. Now that's more interesting because now you're giving away a young player who is possibly auditioning for a trade like that. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, when you're a champ, if I say obviously one more time, I'll punch myself in the face. When you are a championship contending team, how do I want to phrase this? When you're a championship contending team, young players are an avenue to improve your team. they're not always an avenue of being mainstays in your roster, right? Unfortunately, the Knicks are past the time of like, we'll give our young guys an opportunity to grow and see where that gets us, right? Like, we're past the time of like, what is Emmanuel Quickly after 3-4 years of development? What is RJ Barrett after 3-4 years of development? What is, Deuce McBride after Tyler Kolek, Mo Diawara after 3-4 years of development? Like, they're kind of past that time because they're competing for a championship right now. So if you trade off of the young guys to improve the team today, like Mo Diawara, what can he be in 3 or 4 years? Like, that development is very intriguing, especially on a night like tonight where you're watching it and you're like, oh my goodness. Oh, by the way, I should probably pull this up because they just showed it. We'll go around the league a little bit just so you guys can stop going crazy in the chat. Because like I said, it's December 29th against the New Orleans Pelicans. Do you think this Knicks team really showed up and was going to play championship defense? No, of course not. That's why I called it a trap game. But if you don't want to take my word for it, the Oklahoma City Thunder are doing the exact same thing. 74 first half points for the Atlanta Hawks that the Knicks just beat. It happens. It happens. It's a beautiful thing that it happened tonight. It's a beautiful thing, right? Oklahoma City, the vaunted best defense in the league by a mile, is getting smoked by the Atlanta Hawks right now. It happens. It's a trap game. You got to find ways to win. Knicks in the second half here. We'll see if the Hawks can continue their explosive offense. We'll see. Yak said, we need Paco cheap contract. Well, what if you just decide we're going to go into the second apron because we're, getting Sadiq Bey is the thing that's going to put us over the edge to get a championship? Like, would you say goodbye to the cheap contract and the flexibility, Yak, if it could give you an extra opportunity or a greater chance of winning the championship? Like, I think I would. Keys Be Me said, we're trying to win a chip if certain players don't understand the pecking order and who's producing at the time, and they're on the wrong team, but I think everyone understands. Yeah, I think everyone understands. I don't think that's a conversation that really needs to be had with this ball club. I think everybody understands the pecking order perfectly fine. I think the main issue is, like, we like all these players, but if you really want to improve your team, you're going to probably have to move off of the young guys. It just kind of is what it is, right? Unfortunately. Better to be proactive while your young guys have value than to watch them maybe stagnate and just be solid 9th, 8th guys in a rotation and never really make that leap to maybe 6th man in the rotation or maybe possible even starter in a rotation or anything like that. Like, better to be proactive in your evaluation of your own young guys. Evaluating your own young guys is just as important as evaluating other players around the league or even evaluating in the draft, right? Nixon said, second apron and the chip. I'm cool with that. I think most people are, and I think most organizations would be. It's just that second apron is very daunting. It's very scary because of all of the repercussions that come with being in the second apron for multiple years. But I think the Knicks would do it if they could land themselves a player the caliber of Sadiq Bey. The beautiful thing, this score is also happening alongside of this score. So I could point to this and tell you guys to stop whining and complaining. It is a random December 29th game in the middle of the regular season. They're on the road playing against an inferior team in the Pelicans. Find a way to pull it out. I don't really care that the defense sucks tonight, because it happens. It happens. They're already not a good defensive team. They're a middling average team at worst. They should be a middling average team at worst and a slightly above average defensive team at best. Well, they should be like around 8 at best, right? But on a night where you're just trying to get through the regular season and the Pelicans are clicking on all cylinders, you can have nights like tonight. You just find a way to win it. The way the Thunder are probably going to find a way to beat the Hawks tonight, right? They gave up 72 points at halftime. It was 72-70 or something like that, whatever it was at halftime. It happens, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it happens. 38-36, that is 74. They gave up 74 points at halftime. And the Knicks have given up 75. It happens. Unfortunately, it happens. It is annoying? Yes. Is it something you want to see? No. Is it something we can let slide? As long as they pull out the victory, I'll let it slide. If they don't pull out the victory, we're trashing them, right? We're criticizing it. We're going through it. But as of right now, have a better second half than a first half and pull out the victory. That's all. And that's all. Emil's MTS. What's up, Emil? Kolek injured or what? Why is he not playing? He is playing. He is playing. And he was on the injury report with, I believe, an ankle thing. But he did play. So. Oh, look at this. Isaiah Hartenstein's going to miss time with a calf injury. I'm not going to say what I want to say. But let's just say I'm not all that heartbroken about that headline. Darnell, what's up, Darnell? Knicks have the best coaching for playing young players and will win. Let's see. I'm hoping for it. Nick Yak said, we are tied. We're winning every category but rebounding, paint points, and blocks. Very true. Very true. Matter of fact, we can do the team stats real quick before we come back. Just coming back from halftime, so I'm going to hide the score from you guys and myself. Also, why is my green screen so far off? This? A little bit better. Mark said good. Oh, wow. I'm not going to say what I need to say because I'm on camera. But I'll tell you what, I'm not all that heartbroken. I was seeing Hartenstein having to miss some time. Rebounds, yeah, they're trailing by 7 in the rebounding game. Free throws, 15 to 18, so about even. Starting the second half here, so let's get to it. Paint points, we're losing paint points by 12. That's not good. 10 fouls for each team, okay. Pelicans have led for 81% of this game. The largest lead was 9. The Knicks' largest lead was 5. So here we go. There we go. Start of the third quarter. What you got for us, Knicks? Jeremiah Fears bringing it down. The Knicks with their same starting 5 out there. Pelicans with their same starting 5 out there. They get over to Bay. Bay being guarded by Diawara. Cross-court pass. Derik Queen hesitates from 3. Driving along the baseline. Goes up. Kicks it out to Saddiq Bey. Left corner 3 for him. Too strong. Can't get it to go. Bridges guys for a rebound. Quick outlet to Diawara. Diawara bringing it down in transition to the basket. Lefty layup. Can't get it to go. Good defense from Trey Murphy to contest it. And now here comes Fears bringing it down. Diawara hustling down the court. Saddiq Bey driving down the open lane, gets stripped. I don't know who stripped it. I know Mikal Bridges got his fingertips on it, so we'll give it to him. They get it down low to Bridges, down in the paint. They kick it out Brunson. Wide open left corner 3 for JB. Can't get it to go down. Maybe just take that layup, Bridges. Here comes Derik Queen bringing it down the other way. Queen has it up top. Derik Queen is giving them an offer tonight, like you guys said. Fears dancing with it up top, being guarded by Diawara. Driving it down, leans in, now taking the baseline. Stops, turns, pivots, kicks it up to Queen. Queen dancing with it against Towns. Queen, mid-range jumper over Towns. And he finally is on the board. Now here comes Brunson. Brunson has it up top. They swing it out to Anunoby. Anunoby gets it over to Towns. High post, being guarded by Zion Williamson. And a foul on Derik Queen holding on to Brunson. Yak said killed offensive rebounds and shot attempts because of that. Yep. DCL Love said if we kept Hartenstein, we would lose Mitch. Maybe. Hard to tell. That is an alternate timeline that did not come to fruition. Brunson tried to inbound it at the Bridges, turns it over, a bad inbound pass to get over to Zion, out on the fast break. Easy two-handed slam for him. The Knicks quickly go down by 7. 79-72. Knicks have yet to score. Hit ahead pass to Anunoby, lefty layup to him. Okay, no defense still being played here. 79-74, 10:25 to go. And then pushing it the other way and a foul on the floor on Jeremiah Fears. Back in the basket, foul on the floor. Darnell said if Spurs beat the champs and we beat the Spurs, we are the champs. Due to the transitive property, the Spurs beat the Thunder, and we beat the Spurs. Technically, we beat the Thunder 3 times. So Zion spins down low, throws up the lefty hook shot over Anunoby, got it to go. And Saddiq Bey got him started, but Zion has kept him going. Zion is having a fantastic game so far, especially second quarter on. Swing it over to Diawara. Diawara hands it off to Bridges. Bridges attacking to his right. They kick it out to Anunoby. He hesitates from three, driving the baseline, stops. Will fall away midi. Can't get that one to go. Jeremiah Fears with the rebound, bringing it down the other way. Here comes Fears. Fears has it up top. Pull-up three for him over Diawara. Comes up short. Anunoby with the rebound. Quick outlet to Bridges. Bridges bringing it down. It's a 3-on-2. They get it over to Brunson. Brunson hesitates from three. Over to Diawara. Pump fakes. Up top. Anunoby. Wide open. Straightaway three. Great pass from Diawara. It was a little off the mark. Anunoby had to reset himself. Got to get that pass on point, Diawara. Anunoby probably knocks it down, but he misses it. Anunoby's 0 for 5 from three-point range, by the way. That's not helping. He's had a great game so far, but got to get the perimeter shooting down pat. Zion spins in the lane, knocked out of bounds by Diawara. Diawara saying he knocked it off of Zion, but they're going to give it back to the Pelicans here. Dom Anthony said no defense equals a loss. Yeah, I mean, no defense, yeah. They gotta have a stretch here where they actually lock in defensively. Queen down along the baseline. They get it to Zion. Zion gets fouled by OG Anunoby. It's going to send him to the foul line for two. They have no answers for Zion right now. Zion Williamson is an issue for the Knicks right now. Zion at the foul line for two. Just that said, Poole, Zion, and Bay, big three. Yeah, I mean, look, you know, it's funny just that that is kind of the big three. I mean, Trey Murphy is supposed to be a part of that, but he's not having an explosive night tonight. But when you have inconsistent guys who are wild cards who can just get extremely hot like Bay and Poole, yeah, it can be scary to go against the Pelicans on any given night. But the Knicks' poor defense is not helping them, I'll tell you that. Nixon said Zion trying out too. Zion knocks down both free throws. Back up by 9, the Pelicans go, matching their largest lead of the game. Brunson has it up top. They get it over to Anunoby. They get it to Towns in the high post, being guarded by Zion. Towns hits Brunson, come back door. He has it at the foul line. Takes it back out to Towns. Towns swings it over to Diawara. Diawara calling for a screen. Diawara dancing with it against Queen. Attacking the baseline. Kicks out the Bridges. Extra pass to Brunson. Pump fakes from three. Sidestep. Three at the buzzer. Got it to go for JB at the shot clock buzzer. Every time the Pelicans threaten to go up by double digits, the captain knocks down a big shot to pull them back into it. Zion has it on the right wing. Cross-court pass. Bridges jumps the passing lane and gets the steal. It's a 2-on-2. Hits the head of the Diawara. Diawara down the lane gets the layup to go. And Mo Diawara having himself a heck of a night. He is making an argument to remain a part of the rotation. Fears has it up top, being guarded by Brunson. Back to a 4-point game. Fears switched on to by Diawara. They get over to Queen. Queen gets it over to Bay, being guarded by Brunson. Spins towards the baseline. They show a double team. Bay has nowhere to go. Good double team from the Knicks. Bay has it, steps through, leaves it off for Zion at the last second. Terrible, terrible double team between Brunson and Zion. I mean, between Brunson and Towns. They allowed Bay to step through and split the double team very easily and found Zion under the basket by himself. 85-79. Bridges gets it back to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Fears. Brunson dancing with it. Stops, turns, half spin, fall away midi. Can't get that one to go. Don't love that shot attempt. Here comes Bay off the rebound. Hit ahead to Zion. Zion putting his head down attacking. Leaves it off to Bay. Bay hands it off to Trey Murphy. Fires a three off the handoff. Rattles it in for Trey Murphy. And it's back up to 9. 79-88. Let's see if the Knicks have an answer. Brunson up top, coming to his left. Gets stripped by Queen. Almost. Brunson able to recover it. No look pass inside the Towns, and Towns gets the easy layup. Some serendipity for the Knicks on that possession. Here comes Trey Murphy down low to Bay. Bay in the post being guarded by Brunson. They show two. They hit Queen, come back door, and he gets the easy reverse layup. Terrible defense from the Knicks yet again. Towns and Brunson cannot be the two guys showing a double team. They are your two worst defenders. How do you bring a double team over with your two worst defenders? How is that the game plan? Maybe the game plan is like the nearest defender brings the double team, but Nixon said, "You have little faith. Relax. We got this." You could be upset about tonight. See, that's the thing. You could be upset about what you're watching right now. Down by 9. You could be upset about it. I don't think it's a up in arms situation, but you could be upset about it for sure. I mean, you're down by 9 to the Pelicans. They have 90 points with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. You know, Mark said piss poor third. Yeah, it's 15-9 so far. The defense continues to be an issue. Tonight is the night you're really seeing the loss of Josh Hart. Diawara's done he's been phenomenal tonight. He's got 18 points. He is tied for the lead in scoring tonight with Anunoby and Brunson. All three of them have 18 points, which is pretty hilarious that those are our three leading scorers. But yeah, you could be upset about tonight. I don't think it's the up in arms kind of situation because, again, random game in December, right after the holidays, on the road, second game on the road, out on the West Coast now. I know it's more Middle America, but you know what I mean. They're a West Coast team, all of the things, but it's just find a way to pull out the victory. Take a lead, start to build on it, something like that. Yak said Cat went behind on the trap was the problem. Yeah. He trapped, and then as Bay was pivoting, ended up behind him, which is rule number one. Even if you're double teaming, you still don't give up the basket. What is standing behind Saddiq Bey doing for you, Karl Anthony Towns? You're not applying any pressure whatsoever. So Saddiq Bey was easily able to step through against a smaller Brunson, and now Towns is behind him, so he could step through, look up, and oh yeah, the guy Towns was doubling off of, Zion Williamson, is standing under the basket by himself. Drop-off pass for an easy dunk. So that was the issue. That was the main issue on that one. You're right. Anthony Jeans, he said, tonight, Zion looks like a number one pick. On a lot of nights that he actually plays, he looks like a number one pick. Most nights, I would say, he looks like a number one pick. The issue is that he's not out there most nights. You know? Jason said, Denver just shut it down, blown out by 30 without Joker. Good God. Yeah, I mean, it's not even just without Joker, though. It's without Christian Brown. It's without Aaron Gordon. It's without Cam Johnson. If they lost Joker, they're down 4 starters. Imagine this Knicks team down 4 starters. You know, any team down 4 starters is gonna have a tough time winning a basketball game in the NBA. Lana Mona said defense disappeared tonight on both sides, but Knicks worse. Yeah. Here we go. No defense being played by either side. You're right, but the Knicks have been a little bit worse. They're winning the worst defensive award tonight, which is not the word you want to win. Brunson over to McCullough. McCullough quickly drives the lane and gets the easy layup over Queen. They get over to Zion Williamson. Zion sprays it out to Bay. Bay being guarded by McCullough, backing him down. They show 2 defenders with Bridges. They kick it up top. Trey Murphy, a 3 straight away, and he splashes it, nothing but net. And a 10-point lead has finally opened up for New Orleans. They've broken the double-digit lead. Brunson has it up top. Get it over to Bridges in the post, being guarded by Fears, backing him down. Foul line, fall away jumper, airballs it, loose ball. Queen picks it up. Now Derik Queen will bring it down the other way. Queen crosses over to his right, down the lane, loses the handle. Brunson hit ahead pass to Bridges. Jeremiah Fears, one man to beat, goes down the lane and gets the easy layup. Okay. Down to 8. Keep it to single digits. Get it to 5. Take a lead. I don't know, Knicks. Bay down the lane against Towns. No foul, loose ball, a lot of contact. That was a foul in the first quarter, not a foul. That was a foul in the first half, not in this half, I guess. Anunoby left corner 3. OG Anunoby finally hits a 3. There you go. And a timeout from the Pelicans. Good pass from Kevin McCullough, who was streaking down the middle of the lane. Back to a 5-point game. We're past the halfway point of this third quarter. A 5-point game. All right, Knicks. Pick up the victory. Poor favor. I'm asking you. Paul Dog NYC said, Knicks still going to win? This team finds a way to win, man. This team has just found ways to win. They were down 17 to the Atlanta Hawks. You know what I mean? They just find ways to win. Comment Dende Guru said, playing too many players? I think Mike Brown's searching a little bit. You're not wrong. Playing a lot of guys can be a detriment to your guys for sure. But I think he's searching. On a night where clearly not everybody has it going, I think he's just searching. Who's got it? Who wants to take a leap tonight? Who wants to give us anything? Diawara has. Okolik hasn't given you much. McBride's first game back, he hasn't given you much. Yabusele was a mixed bag. Huck Porty didn't give you a single thing in his 12 first half minutes. He's just searching. Yak said, our fans panic so easily. They do, Yak, they do. Listen, you could be upset about what you're watching tonight, for sure. It is disgusting basketball. There's no defense being played, right? But like I said, it's a random game on December 29th. They're playing a New Orleans team that has the worst record in the Western Conference, one of the worst records in the league. They have 8 wins this season, They have 8 wins. So the Knicks, yeah, they came in tonight, maybe not taking them as seriously as they should have. They're on the road. The holidays just ended. Like it's okay. They're in New Orleans. You don't think that they maybe went out on the strip real quick? Yeah, I want them to play better defense tonight as well and walk away with an easier win. But I talked about it in the pregame. It's a trap game. It's for sure a trap game. Angel A1's Roman said, "Is Huck back on the bench?" They haven't shown the bench. I don't know for sure, but I would assume he is. Would assume so. Nixon said, "Not worried about this game. I want the win against the Spurs." True. Vic said, "Thunder blew it open, as they should, as the Knicks should, but they aren't." The Thunder, it's a 9-point game. Not entirely blown open, but yeah, they've taken a 9-point lead here. Cavs Spurs locked in a tight one. Interesting. Bucks beat the Hornets. Suns beat the Wizards. To be expected. Rockets giving it to the Pacers. Timberwolves giving it to the Bulls. Magic Raptors locked in a tight one. We'll keep an eye on that. Nuggets got blown up by the Heat with no Jokic. And the Warriors beating the Nets tonight. Trey Murphy fires a three, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Kevon Looney almost got the tip in, but Anunoby finally clears. Quick hit ahead to Brunson. Brunson has it on the right wing. Dance with it to get over to Bridges. A right corner three from McHale. Well short on that one. Barely grazed the rim. Looney cleans it up with the rebound. Here comes Poole. Poole has it up top, being guarded by McCullough. Dancing with it. Behind the back. Double behind the back. Triple behind the back. Now coming to his left on a rescreen. Cross court. Over to Queen along the baseline. Leaning in. Goes up. Gets swatted off the backboard. Battle for the rebound. Looney able to pull it out. Looney has it. Takes it over to Poole. Poole coming to his right. Trying to draw the foul. Doesn't get it. Towns with the rebound. And they get over to Brunson. Brunson bringing it down the other way. Hit ahead to Bridges. Streaking down the middle of the lane. They kick it out to McCullough. McCullough left corner three. In and out. Halfway down. But he can't get it to stay. Would have been a big time three for Kevin McCullough there. I got to restart this timer. But we are 4:45 to go here in the third quarter. 93-88. Poole coming to his right up the Queen screen. Anunoby switches onto him. They get it over to Looney. Hands it off to Bay. Bay coming to his right up the screen. Bay picks up his handle. He's got nowhere to go. They get it over to Looney. Looney fakes the handoff. Cross-court pass to Trey Murphy. Pump fakes. Driving it down to his left in the lane. Step back. Loses the handle. Picks it back up. Tries to lob it inside. And it's a shot clock violation. Good defense from the Knicks there. Maybe they're going to start turning it on now. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe they'll turn it up for the final half of this third quarter here and actually take a lead. But these are a couple of nice defensive possessions here for the Knicks. So now the refs are confused, as is everybody on the court. The ball technically hits the rim, but it was on a pass attempt. So Kevon Looney hit off of his hands as Brunson was contesting the pass, and it then hit the rim as it careened off of his hands off the pass. So the Pelicans are arguing, well, it hit the rim, so the shot clock should reset. And the Knicks are arguing, well, it wasn't off a shot attempt, so you can reset it off of a deflection if it hit the rim even still. So now the officials are talking about it. I don't know what the technical rule on that is. And they give him the shot clock violation at the turnover. Kame Dende Guru said the Wizards want it. They should. We own the Wizards pick. It's top 8 protected, so we need the Wizards to battle out of the bottom there. All right, so they give the ball to the Knicks here. Deuce McBride is in the game. Yabusele's at the scores table. And Brunson will bring it down against Trey Murphy III. His buddy. His friend. Brunson has it up top. They run a horn set. Coming to his left off a Huck Porty screen. Oh, no, a Jemison screen. Jemison's in the game. They swing it out. Wide open three for Anunoby. Can't get it to go. We got to knock down some of these shots, OG. I mean, as awesome as OG's been tonight, he's been one of their go-to guys. He is killing us with the missed open threes, man. My goodness, OG. Roger G. Wall, what's up, Roger G. Wall? Daniel Tucson, what's up, Daniel? Jordan Poole bringing it down. 4 minutes to go, 93-88. Poole has it up top, being guarded by McBride. Get it over to Bay. Bay being guarded by McCullough. Backing him down in the lane. Steps through, loses the handle, picks it back up. Being guarded by Jemison on the switch. They lob it out to Trey Murphy, being guarded by Brunson. Jab step. Murphy dancing with it. They kick it out to Bay. Bay a three over Jemison. Comes up short. Brunson picked up the rebound. Good boxing out from everybody involved. Brunson swings it out to McCullough. Back to Brunson. Brunson up top. Coming to his right. Deep pull up three. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Jemison knocks it out to Yabusele. Great effort from Jemison. They get it over to McCullough. Back to Yabu. Yabu up top. Swings it over to McBride. McBride coming to his right. Crosses over to his left. Gets to the foul line. Gets the ball knocked out of his hands. They swing it out to Yabusele. Yabusele hesitates from three. Jab step driving to his left. Shot clock winding down. Throws up the floater. Gets blocked. And that's a shot clock violation. They don't call it. Pelicans recover the ball. Now here comes Poole bringing it down against McBride. Leans in. Draws a blocking foul. And it's a foul on the floor. No, they're going to send him to the foul line. Kame said OG's been looking off for a while. Yeah, I mean, the shot's been looking off for a while. Sure. Relic, what's up, Relic? I'm in Buffalo Joe. Maybe said, look like it's going to be a two-game losing streak. The negativity's in the air for my man AP tonight. He's doing his best to try to will this team to a victory. Because every time he gets super negative, the Knicks find a way to embarrass him. So I know AP's playing his part. That's a crazy comment, AP. Looney has it up top. Being guarded by Yabu. They kick it over to Misi. Hands it back off to Looney. Looney coming to his left. Pump fake, leans in, leaves it off for Misi. Misi in the paint, flips, turns it up with the right hand, throws it up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. But the Knicks, Jemison and Yabusele run into each other and they can't grab the rebound. And then battle for the loose ball. McBride, excellent defense in the passing lane, knocks it off a Poole. The ball will go back to the Knicks. Brunson bringing it down. Being guarded by Peavy. Brunson coming to his right. Quick crossover down the lane to the basket. Who played with the right hand. Misses everything. Didn't hit the backboard. Didn't hit the rim. I'm going to assume it slipped out of Brunson's hand there. Poole down the lane. Gets the righty scoop layup to go. Blew right past Yabusele. And Jordan Poole will go to the foul line for one more. Just that said, well, this is different. JB airball's a layup. Yeah, it's not looking good. Not looking good. Relic said, Sensei Anunoby was the top scorer versus the Spurs, and Jalen didn't give him any love. That I saw. He gave him a lot of love. AB said, now they're pulling away, just throw it in the garbage. Jordan Clarkson comes in. They need somebody to get hot. They need some defense. McCullough comes out. Subbing in offense for defense. Whew. 2:35 to go. Jordan Poole with the foul line for one more. Got it to go. Largest lead of the game for the Pelicans tonight was 10. It is an 8-point lead for them now. Brunson has it on the right wing, being guarded by Peavy. Brunson coming to his left off a good Jemison screen. Takes it out to Yabusele. Right corner three for Yabu. Yabu's 3 for 3 from three-point range tonight. Cool. It's a 5-point game. All right. Take it. Jordan Poole brings it down against McBride. Coming to his right. Behind the back. Coming to his left to get it over to Misi. Good defense from McBride. They get it over to Murphy. Driving it down. Hop step down the lane. Pass back from Poole. Now they get it over to Peavy. Peavy mid-range pull-up jumper. Comes up short. Battle for the rebound. Ball still loose. Clarkson able to pull it up. And now here comes Clarkson bringing it down the other way. Clarkson has it on the right wing, attacking to his left to get it over to Brunson. Brunson back to Clarkson. Clarkson over to Yabu. Yabu right corner yet again. Another one. Comes up short on that one. Yabusele saying he got hit on the wrist on that one, looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. But here comes Trey Murphy bringing it down the other way. Murphy has it up top, hands it off to Poole. Poole being guarded by McBride. He fires a logo three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. A horrific shot. But the long rebound finds its way out to Misi. They get it over to Peavy. Peavy a right wing three, and he splashes it, nothing but net. Gotta grab the rebounds, Knicks. Gotta grab the rebounds. Here comes Brunson bringing it down the other way. Knicks not getting any defensive stops. Brunson bringing it down, stop, turn, half spin, in the lane, slips and falls, but a foul is called. Just that said, Poole is so smooth. He is smooth. Not very efficient. Doesn't take very good shots. but he is smooth. He is smooth. Nixon said defense is trash and we're still in it. They're trying to outscore them, that's for sure. This is a barn burner of a game. First to 130, we'll pull it out. No defense being played from either side. But the Knicks defense has been worse than the Pelicans defense, if you can believe it. Brunson up top, swings through to his right down the lane. Leaves it off for Clarkson. Clarkson, a right corner three. Got it to go from JC. All right. All right. Back to 5. Can you get some stops, though, Knicks? Under a minute to go. What do you got for us? Poole driving it down. Taking it back to his right hand. Scoop play with the right hand. Got it to go. Put some English on it. Hit the front of the rim. And got it to roll around and fall down. Brunson bringing it down. Coming to his left off a Yabusele screen. Being guarded by Peavy. Brunson dancing with it around the Yabu screen, coming to his left, pocket pass to Yabusele. Yabusele down the lane, leaves it off for Jemison. Jemison throws up the floater along the baseline and got it to go from Trey Jemison. 5-point game. 30 seconds to go. Pelicans will inbound it and bring the ball down. Tommy said Yabu's an Olympian winner. He is. He's not working out with the Knicks right now. I still have faith in him. It's getting rough out there for Yabusele. Poole has it up top. Yabusele hedges out, and then Yabusele ends up fouling Poole. It's going to send him to the foul line for 2 because they're in the bonus. They are in the bonus. Lionel Mona said 100 points through 3 quarters. Is looking rough out there, Lionel. It's looking rough out there. Leeway, what's up, Leeway? AB said, is Karl Anthony Towns playing? Karl Anthony Towns is playing. Technically. He's not out there right now, but he technically is playing. Jordan Poole knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Karl Anthony Towns is going to sub back in for the final offensive possession for the Knicks. Gigi said, so are we ready to make a move for Sadiq? I'm sure they want to make a move for Sadiq. But why would the Pelicans want to trade him, brother? Why would the Pelicans want to trade him? Leeway said, Knicks got them right where they want them. Now you speaking my language, Leeway. Now you speaking my language. The comeback kids might have to pull one off against the Pelicans here. Not might. They are. They are going to have to pull one off. It's a 6-point game right now. Poole's at the foul line for one more. He's up to 22 points. Make that 23 points as he knocks it down. 7-point game, 96 to 103. Brunson bringing it down. Final 15 seconds of the quarter. Brunson up top being guarded by PV. Brunson coming to his left, behind the back, coming to his right. Jordan Poole switched on to him. Brunson, ooh, beautiful dribble move. Gets into the lane, throws up the floater, can't get it to go. Towns the offensive rebound. A lot of contact. Anunoby throws it up at the buzzer, can't get it to go. The Knicks had 3-4 opportunities there, couldn't get anything to drop down. And we're going to go into the fourth quarter down by 7, 103 to 96. All right, Knicks, here we go. Mark said, enough messing around. Lock in the fourth quarter. You're not wrong, Mark. You're not wrong. It exactly has to be the mentality from this Knicks team. My goodness, has it been rough out there. Gigi said, don't let the door hit you in the back. Robinson, Yabu, and Deuce. Oh, my God. Gigi trying to destroy the whole team. That's crazy. That is a crazy deal. You're giving away your 6th and your 7th man. You're seeing what the rebounding is looking like without Mitchell Robinson tonight, Gigi. And you still want to trade him? Crazy. Crazy. He said, Brunson time. Take this thing over. Come on, Knicks. Don't lose to the Pelicans. This is what the Pistons were saying the other night when they were playing the Jazz. Like, all right, come on, Detroit. Don't lose to the Jazz. And here the Knicks are. Here the Knicks are in a barn burner against the mighty New Orleans Pelicans. Unfortunately. Warriors are going to end up beating the Nets. Magic ended up losing to the Raptors. Paolo Banchero missed the last shot of the game. Because of course he did. That's what he does. Although he did have a triple-double tonight. Shout out to him. 23, 15, and 10. Solid. Cool. Awesome. Nice. Nice night for him. Came in a loss, unfortunately. Timberwolves are beating up on the Bulls right now. Rockets beating up on the Pacers. 10-point lead for the Thunder at the end of the third. See, this is what I wanted the Knicks to do. Just come out, grab a lead, go into the fourth with a little bit of a lead here, and then you should be able to run away in the fourth. But the Knicks, seemingly not on the Thunder's level. And the Pelicans probably playing a little bit better than the Hawks are, but you know. And then the Spurs and the Cavs locked in a tight one. Wemby with 18 and 12. Jared Allen, look at Jared Allen get active, 21 and 9. Spurs really do struggle against big men because Jared Allen doing that is crazy. It's crazy. Dom Anthony said, Knicks have not had a lead for 3 quarters. It's been rough out there, Dom Anthony. It's been rough out there. DCL Love said, if we hit our shots, no need for rebounds. Fair. But if you force them to miss their shots, you need some rebounds. Yak said, yeah, who wants rebounds in basketball? Yeah, you've seen the Knicks are struggling on the glass tonight, getting killed on the glass. And your first instinct was, yeah, let's trade Mitchell Robinson. You're seeing what this team looks like without Mitchell Robinson. It's not a good look, is it? Not a good look. All right, here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. It's comeback time for our New York Knicks. Tyler Kolek is in the game, being guarded by Peavy. Swing it over to Clarkson. Clarkson back to Kolek. It looks like the Pelicans are in a zone here, a 2-3 zone. Kolek swings it over to Clarkson. Clarkson hesitates from 3, driving it down, step back, all the way mid-range shot. Got it to go for JC, Jordan Clarkson. Yes, sir, my boy, yes, sir. But you need some stops. The Knicks have scored perfectly fine here tonight. They've got 98 points early here in the fourth quarter. This is a great score. That's a great offensive score. They've played no defense. So can they lock in for a quarter here and pull out the victory? PV in the lane, turns and fires over. Kolek can't get it to go. Kolek with the rebound. Decent defense from Kolek there. Kolek bringing it down now against PV. Kolek has it up top, coming to his left off the Anunoby screen, driving it down the middle of the lane. Kick it out to Bridges. Bridges trying to take the baseline. They kick it out to Kolek. Kolek fires the 3. Well contested from Poole, but Tyler Kolek doesn't care as he knocks it down from 3. Okay, it's a 2-point game. Can we get another stop and a score? Tie it up, maybe take a lead. Come on, Knicks. It's early here in the fourth quarter. Zion Williamson has it up top to get it down low to Looney. Looney hands it off to Poole. Poole off the handoff, gets an open look from 3, and he rattles it in. There you go. Jordan Poole killing the Knicks tonight. We went over his stats. He's shooting like 35% from the field and like 27% from 3. But of course tonight, he's got to knock down his shots against the Knicks. Kolek has it up top. It's a 5-point deficit for the New York Knicks, being guarded by Peavy. Kolek trying to run a pick and roll with Towns, coming to his left, behind the back pass to Towns. Towns up top, hesitates from 3. Step back, hesitates over to Kolek. Kolek's got to fire it with the shot clock winding down, can't get it to go. Bridges comes flying in for the offensive rebound, over to Kolek, back to Bridges, kicks it out. Anunoby left corner 3, line me up. Can't get it to go. OG Anunoby killing me tonight with these missed 3s. Brother, he's been very good tonight. He can't buy an open 3. He's only hit 1 tonight. He's been terrible from 3-point range. Everything else has been good. 3-point range, he's been terrible. Zion spins in the lane, throws up a floater, can't get it to go. No foul call. Towns with the rebound. Outlet to Kolek. Hit ahead past the Bridges. Down low to Anunoby. Anunoby up top to Kolek. Steps into a 3, pump fakes, gets it over to Clarkson. Pump fakes, driving down the lane, leans in, goes up off glass. Got it to go for for Jordan Clarkson, excuse me. Back to a 1-possession game, 106 to 103, 9:40 to go. 9:40 to go. Jordan Poole has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Coming to his left, pull up 3 for Jordan Poole and gets fouled. They're going to call it on the floor. Side out of bounds. So Jordan Poole gets it into Peavy. Peavy hands it off to Zion. Anunoby jumped the lane. Almost had it. Still have it. Jordan Clarkson running out to the basket. Euro steps and gets tied up from Zion and he rips. No, we called a foul. And they call a foul. And the Pelicans are going to use their challenge here. Zion was very upset because obviously there was a ton of contact between him and Anunoby when Anunoby knocked the ball loose. And then on the other end, they called the foul on Zion when Zion ripped the ball back from Clarkson. And then Zion, very angrily, was upset, obviously, because he felt like there was a foul on him when it was a foul on Anunoby when he was the culprit. But then he got hit with the foul call on the other end on a very similar play. So it was very funny because Zion had the ball in his hands and was smacking at the ball and was very angry, and then started to walk his way towards the ref and had this very angry look in his face. And Jordan Poole kind of came up to him, probably being like, "Oh, bro, don't pick up a technical here." But Zion just went, "I'm cool. I just want to talk." Yeah, I think he's got a gripe there. We'll see. We'll see what the refs come out with. Mark said, "Out of control, lost to school. Kick him out of the game." Mark said Clark's got fouled. I don't know if he got fouled. There's definitely contact, but we'll see what the refs come out with. We'll see. DCL Love said OG will hit the shot when it counts. They all count, unfortunately, DCL. They all count. They're all on the record, so they all count. You know, if Anunoby's just knocked down even half of the open threes he's had, the Knicks have a lead right now. That's the issue. 9:24 to go. Let me refresh my stream because I know I'm far behind. I can see it updating over there. I'm not looking at it, but I can see the updates flying by. So I know I'm behind. It's literally nothing I can do about it. The only way I can watch Knicks games is through the Gotham Sports app, and it is literally one of the worst, most delayed streams I've ever watched. I apologize for that. There's really nothing I can do about it. Roger G. Wall said, if we take this one game away from being top of the East. Yep. Successful challenge from the Pelicans. So the ball goes back to the Pelicans here. Jordan Poole up top, crosses over down the lane, out to Looney. Looney kicks it out to Hawkins. Pump fake coming to his left, mid-range pull-up jumper. Can't get it to go. Towns good box out and rebound. And here we go. Knicks bringing it down the other way. Kolek pushing it. A one-possession game. Hands it off to Clarkson up top to Towns. Towns fires a deep three over Looney. Comes up short. Hawkins with the rebound. Get it over to Poole. Poole hit a head pass to Williamson. Williamson down the lane. They kick it out to Murphy. Murphy back to Williamson, who was out of bounds when Murphy passed it back to him. Bad pass from Murphy. But also, Zion can't just go jogging out of bounds like that after kicking it out. Zion points the finger to himself. He said, "My bad. You can't just be out of bounds on a transition play like that." Karan Clark, what's up, Karan Clark? Cross signal, what's up, cross signal? Kim Sims said, "Come on, Knicks." Here we go. Down by 3. Down by 3. Come on. Here we go. Come on, Knicks. Come on. Pull this one out. Come on. It's been ugly all night. Just let us go to bed with a smile on our face at least. Kolek down the lane. Pump fake, steps through. Kicks it out to Anunoby up top to Clarkson. He hesitates from 3. Good defense from Hawkins. Clarkson coming to his right. Shot clock running down. Baseline fall-away jumper. Can't get it to go. Good box out and rebound from Poole, and Poole bring it down the other way. Hit ahead to Murphy. Murphy driving it down against Kolek. Swing through down the lane. Loses the handle. Loose ball. Queen picks it up. He throws it up at the rim looking for a foul call. Doesn't get it. Bridges is on the floor holding something. He's hurt. Here comes Anunoby. Bump Euro down the lane. Gets blocked by Looney, but it's out of bounds. Off of a Poole who's standing out of bounds when he caught it. Charles Austin said, why Knicks kept on trailing the whole game with the Pelicans? They just have not been entirely locked in. They don't have Mitchell Robinson. They don't have Josh Hart. And the defense has been a disaster. Bridges has a cut on his lip. Got hit in the mouth. They're trying to clean up the blood and get him back in the game. Go ahead, throw Ducey out there for a little bit. We're just not really doing nothing anyway. Go ahead, throw Ducey out there, man. Kame said Sadiq Bey auditioning. He might be auditioning. But what do the Knicks want to give up? There we go. See, like I said, just throw Deuce back out there. I guess Bridges is coming back in. We have an official timeout here. It's an official timeout, not a timeout from either side. Bridges, after stripping Trey Murphy accidentally smacks Bridges in the mouth, and that's where the blood started. So they get it into Kolek. Here we go. We're finally back in. Kolek up top, coming to his left off the town screen, down the lane. Leaves it off for McBride. McBride at left wing 3. Deuce McBride. Line me up as he rattles it in, and we're tied at 106. Pull this one out for me, New York Knicks. Pull this one out. Under 8 to go. The Knicks are out there with Kolek. Anunoby jumps the passing lane and comes up with the steal. Hands it off to McBride. McBride bringing it down. Leaves it off for Clarkson. Clarkson a pull-up 3. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Long rebound. They save it out to Towns. Towns a left wing 3. Karl Anthony Towns gives the Knicks a 3-point lead. Just pull out the victory, Knicks. It's been an ugly night. Just pull out the victory for me. 109-106. The Knicks have the lead, baby. The Knicks have the lead. Bad teams find ways to lose. Good teams find ways to win. There we go. K. Hayes said, still nervous. Still nervous, though, but go Knicks. Yeah, I don't blame you for being nervous, brother. I don't blame you. Jason said, oh, here we go. Win the ugly ones. Win the disgustingly ugly, pitifully despicable ones. Still win them anyway. I'm with you. Relic said, glad I caught the last half tonight. Woo. It's been a rough night. It has been a rough night of basketball. Amy Machua said, there's so much game left. So much game left, Amy. So much game. Always got to believe that the better team is going to find a way to pull it out. Always got to have that belief. Jamia said, the Pelicans are not bad. I mean, when healthy, when playing together, they're not bad. They have good talent, is my point. They have good talent. A lot of young talent between Fears, Murphy, Zion, Queen. They've got a lot of good young talent. About putting it all together at this point. Staying healthy. Herb Jones is out. Herb Jones is a big part of their team. But obviously the Knicks, missing Josh Hart, missing Mitchell Robinson, still missing Landry Shamet, guys like that, Tommy said second apron is rough, I hear. It is rough for sure. Will the Knicks pay Mitch or trade him this season? I don't think they'll trade him this season. I think they'll ride it out. They'll let him hit free agency. Hopefully try and re-sign him to a team-friendly deal, but we'll see. Yak said, I knew as soon as AP called game over. Right? Didn't we have that feeling, Yak? Didn't you just have that feeling? AP is doing his part. He also knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Albert said, who took the lead at 11-11? We took the lead at 11-11? Oh, the time. For me, it's 10-12, though. Jason said, I appreciate you, AP. He knows what he's doing. We've had these conversations before. We need his negativity to bring balance, for sure. Roy Valentino, what's up, Roy? Cleveland is up on San Antonio. Albert, what's up, Albert, from Puerto Rico? I know, brother, I know. Appreciate you, Albert. Appreciate you. All right, here we go. Knicks up by 3. How do you respond, Knicks? How do you respond? Because the Pelicans will come out with some response. Fears is back in. He has it up top, being guarded by Kolek. They get it to Queen, being guarded by Anunoby. Queen gets it over to Bay. Bay being guarded by McBride. Tries to spin along the baseline. Goes up with the lefty layup. Can't get it to go. Battle for it. Towns blocks Bay from behind. Bay looking for a foul call. Anunoby picked up the loose ball. They get it over to Kolek. Kolek bringing it down. He has it on the right wing. Coming to his left off the Anunoby screen. Down the lane. Throws a lob up. A tough lob attempt to OG Anunoby. Anunoby holding his face. Maybe he got smacked in the face. Trey Murphy bringing it down to transition to 3. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Queen with the offensive rebound. Goes up and gets fouled by Kolek. He's going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. A lot of contact on the other end. No foul call. Got to play through the contact here. Keith, what's up, Keith? This game reminds me of playground rugby basketball where anything goes. Yeah, they went from calling everything, every little ticky-tack contact in the first half to allowing them to play extremely physical so far here in the second half. This is the inconsistency from the officials that players have been complaining about all season long. Derik Queen rattles in the first free throw. Chris Basketball said, missing Big Mitch tonight? Very much so. Very much so, Chris. Absolutely. Lewis, what's up, Lewis? Watching the stream here in Spain. 4:15 in the morning. Die-hard Knicks fan. Appreciate you, Lewis. Appreciate you. That's a tough time zone to be in to watch NBA basketball for sure. Queen misses the second one. Towns with the rebound. Knicks still holding on to a 2-point lead with 7 minutes to go. Kolek bringing it down. Kolek gets it over to Towns, back to Kolek. Kolek coming to his left off the Towns screen. Directing traffic. Gets it over to Anunoby. Anunoby wasn't ready for it, but he does catch it. Now Anunoby one-on-one against Queen. Swings through to his left. Bully ball, loses the handle. Bey picks it up. Here comes Saddiq Bey bringing it down. Mike Brown calling for Brunson. Better be calling for Brunson. He is calling for Brunson. There you go. Get Captain Clutch back in there. Queen 101 against OG Anunoby. Fall away midi. Got it to go for Derik Queen, and we're tied at 109 and a timeout from the New York Knicks and Mike Brown. All right. Approaching the halfway point of this fourth quarter. All right, JB, bring it home. Bring it home, JB. Bring us home. Mark said, don't let Derik Queen heat up. That's for sure. That's for sure. Chris said, got to go through Towns. Well, they're going to give it to Brunson now, I'll tell you that. They're going to give it to JB. J Bizzle. The Burner. Captain Clutch. All of the nicknames. He's the finisher, Mark. Derik Queen. Interesting, they still don't have Zion back in the game. Unless he's coming in after this timeout, like Brunson is. Gigi said, OG trying to blame Kolek. I don't know what the offensive call was there, but isolating OG Anunoby on the wing, probably not the play call I would have gone with, but, you know, that's just me. Gigi said, if Brunson is not in the game, no one should be shooting the ball besides Cat. Fair. Fair. At least definitely playing through Cat, and if he kicks it out to you, you know, we're playing a two-man game with him. I don't think he touched the ball in that possession. Very fair. Very fair, Gigi. Lenny said, why do they do this to us all the time? They don't call him the Cardiac Knicks for no reason, Lenny. I know, man. It's tough. They put Saddiq Bey's scores up so far. 23 first quarter points, 8 for 11 from the field, 4 for 5 from 3. Since then, 1 for 8 from the field, 3 points. Brunson bringing it down. 6:20 to go. Brunson, Bridges up top to get over to Towns. Towns being guarded by Bey. Swings through to his right, hands it off to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left. Dancing with it against Derik Queen as he switched on to him. Brunson dancing with it, pulls it back. They show double. They swing it around. Bridges out of the corner. Pump fakes, tagging the baseline, slips and falls. And Queen picks up the loose ball. Derik Queen shot out of a cannon, driving it down. Euros in the lane, goes up, righty layup, can't get it to go. And Yves Missi comes flying in and throws in a big two-handed jam. The Pelicans are going double big. Surprising the Knicks have not gone double big a single time tonight, especially considering their trouble rebounding the ball tonight. Brunson coming to his right, they show two. Brunson 1-on-1 against Murphy. They get it out to Anunoby. Anunoby, a mid-range jumper, comes up short on it. I don't like these Anunoby jump shots, man. He has not had the touch with his jump shooting tonight at all. Yabusele's at the scores table. Spears has it up top, being guarded by McBride. They get over to Queen. Queen being guarded by Brunson on a mismatch, so he's going to isolate. Going to put him in the post. Backing him down. Brunson knocks it loose. He picks it back up. They kick it out to Murphy. Anunoby runs him off the line. Murphy down the lane. Swings through. Down the middle. They kick it back over to Queen. Queen along the baseline. Fall away baseline jumper at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. Good boxing out from the Knicks as Bridges able to easily come in and secure the rebound. Bridges leaves it off for Brunson. Brunson coming to his right. Pull up three for JB. And the Knicks retake the lead. Who questioned whether or not Jalen Brunson was actually going to make that shot? Of course. He's pulling up on the right wing. He always makes that shot. Jeremiah Fears bringing it down, being guarded by McBride. Fears has it up top. They get it over to Queen. Queen being guarded by Anunoby. They hand it off to Murphy. Murphy being guarded by Brunson. Murphy coming to his right. Driving it down. Sidestep three over Brunson. Rattling on the rim. And he gets it to drop down. Hit every part of the rim. Bounced on it 2 or 3 times. And he gets it to drop down. McBride quickly pushing the other way. Blows right past Jeremiah Fears for a layup. And we're tied at 114 with 4:30 to go. Fears bringing it down the other way. Fears has it up top, being guarded by Brunson. Fears gets it over to Queen. Queen out by the three-point line. Cross-court pass to Bey. Bridges closes the airspace. Saddiq Bey sidestep three over Bridges. Quick catch and fire. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds off of Missi. The ball's going to go back to the Knicks. And Missi, very animated, saying it was not off of him. And they're not going to use their challenge here. Doesn't look like they're going to use their challenge here. It looked like it was probably off of Towns as well. I don't know. Looked like it was off of Towns, but they're not going to use their challenge. And they're going to allow the Pelicans to use their timeout and challenge it. And Mike Brown's upset because there was an issue with the game clock or something. And so the Knicks were not allowed to inbound the ball until they fixed the game clock, but it gave the Pelicans more than enough time to watch the replay 3, 4, 5 times in a row before deciding to use the challenge, which it very clearly looked like they were not sure whether or not to use the challenge there, so they weren't going to use the challenge. Mark said way too long. Way too long. Mark said refs are absolute trash. Refs have not been very good today. I don't think it's benefited one team one way or the other, so I don't think it's impacted the game. The way it's impacted the game is that it's been very inconsistently called. Like we talked about earlier, they called every little ticky-tack touch foul in the first half, and then in the second half, it's like rugby out there, guys running into each other, a lot of contact going toward the basket, a lot of contact battling for rebounds, and it's just been inconsistently called. But it's been inconsistently called for both sides. Like I said, I don't think either team has benefited from that. It's just been incredibly annoying to watch. AB said, how's Bridges doing? Bridges with 6 points tonight, 5 rebounds, 9 assists. So he's moving the ball. He's filling in the gaps. But he's not really taking any shots, which is not great. Not great. Technical Wave, what's up, Technical Wave? Relic said, refs are sus. Yes, they are. Chris Baskerville said, put in Mo and move out the way. Not entirely wrong. Not entirely wrong. Mo has been hooping. Yak said, home clock is, this is New Orleans. Yeah. Yeah. But there's got to be some way to legislate it, Yak, right? There's got to be like a time limit for when you can use the challenge. Because then you end up in situations like this where, oh no, the clock malfunctioned, right? Oh no, the clock malfunctioned. Oh, run the replay, decide, Oh no, we're trying to fix the clock, refs. Oh yeah, there's an issue, there's a technical issue. Then you run into a situation like that, right? Like if this were a playoff situation, people would be throwing fits. It's a random game in December, so. So it's Pelicans ball. Did they call a foul on Towns? Instead of just calling it out of bounds, they called a foul on Towns, which is now his 4th foul. Come on, man. Just call it out of bounds off the Knicks. Chris Basketball said, always sucks going after a team and the refs. Yeah. I don't think the officiating has been bad, but it's been bad for both teams. I don't think it's benefited the Knicks in any way. Or I don't think it's hurt the Knicks in any way either. All right, here we go. The tied ball game with 4 minutes to go. What you got for me, Knicks? What you got for me? Pull this one out. This City Edition court by New Orleans, we're going around the league and we're watching teams play in their City Edition courts. I don't really like this one either. I don't really like it either. The black, purple, and like neon green, not loving it. Not loving it. They get it out to Murphy. Murphy hesitates from 3, being guarded by Towns. Puts it up right in front of his face, and he splashes it nothing but net for Trey Murphy. Big time shot for him. Pelicans up by 3, 117-114. Brunson bringing it down the other way. Brunson calling out a play, and it was supposed to be a horn set, and Yabusele was not aware. Brunson dancing with it, being guarded by Zion Williamson. Now he's going to isolate one-on-one. Brunson, step back 3 for him. Oh my goodness, Jalen Brunson, my goodness, ties it back up at 117. Poole has it up top, being guarded by McBride, dancing with it. Get over to Queen, Queen up top, lobs it over the top to Murphy. Murphy catches it, goes up, gets the lefty layup over Brunson. Now they're going at Jalen Brunson right now through Murphy. And now Mike Brown arguing with the official right now. Mike Brown calls a timeout, arguing with the ref about something. He was upset about something. Not sure what it was. And the official seemed to be pointing to his eye, saying, like, I didn't see it or something, but don't see on the replay there what there was to be upset about, but Mike Brown was upset about something. Because that said, 4 Pelicans have 20 points. I mean, they got 119 points. So they have been hooping. They have been hooping. Keys Be Me said, we need stops. Oh, we've been saying that all night. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but here we are. Here we are. Roger G. Wall said JB doing JB things. Yes, he is. Yes, he is, Roger. A little bit of annoyance and frustration on the Knicks bench. Pretty animated over there. Here we go. Knicks trail by 2. They'll have the ball coming in. MBM said stops are on the Knicks injury report. You're not wrong. Robinson, Shamit, Josh Hart. You're not wrong. 3 minutes to go. Brunson has it up top. Knicks trail by 2. 119-117. Zion switches on the Brunson. Now they show a double team. Brunson gets it over to McBride. McBride on the left wing. Dancing with it against Jordan Poole. Can't knock down the pull-up 3. And now here comes Jordan Poole off the Pelicans. Rebound. Under 3 to go. Poole has it up top, being guarded by McBride. Putting his head down, attacking. Bump Euro. Throws up the floater. Can't get it to stay. Towns comes in for the rebound. Jordan Poole looking for a foul call. They don't give it to him. See, that was a foul call they were calling for the first half. Now, in the second half, they're not calling it. Brunson dancing with it up top. Jordan Poole switches onto him. They show a double team. They get it out to McBride. McBride up top to Bridges. Bridges attacking. Back to McBride. Right corner 3. Deuce. Line me up. Deuce McBride. Where's my landing foul, by the way? McBride knocks it down anyway because he's that guy. Love having Deuce McBride back. Knicks back up by 1. Zion Williamson has it on the right wing, attacking to his left, putting his head down, attacking to the rim, puts up the floater, got it to go over Towns. Decent defense. Anunoby and Towns hanging all over Zion. He knocks down the floater anyway. Brunson bringing it down. Mike Brown waving his arms wildly, directing the offense. They swing it out to Towns. Towns, they kick it out. Anunoby open. He missed it badly, but they did call a foul on Deuce McBride cutting to the rim. Knicks trail by 1. 121-120, under 2 to go. Brunson will inbound it. Get it into McBride, back to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right. They shoot 2 defenders. They swing it out to McBride. McBride swings it over to Anunoby, being guarded by Zion. Anunoby driving it down to the basket. And he throws it down with 2 hands. Terrible defense from Zion. Derik Queen, not much of a rim protector, and he gets the easy dunk. Knicks back up by 1. Now you need some stops. They have yet to get stops tonight. Zion has it on the right wing, being guarded by Anunoby. Zion calling for a Derik Queen screen. They swing it up top the Poole. A deep straightaway 3 over McBride. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Anunoby comes flying in for the rebound. Quick outlet to Brunson. Brunson bringing it down. 1:30 to go. Brunson has it up top. They show 2. Almost lost it. He does lose it. But a kick ball on, I think that's Trey Murphy or Jordan Poole, one of the two. As they came from behind to try and steal the ball from Brunson, they kicked the ball, obviously accidentally. But it's still a kickball violation on them. Just that's a Zion traffic cone defense. Yep. 1:24 to go. The Knicks have 16 on their shot clock. Brunson will inbound it. They cannot go into the backcourt when they inbound it. Oh, I guess they can. And Brunson has it up top. If you're ever caught in a situation like that, if you're playing basketball, ask the official, can I go into the backcourt? And then relay that information to your team. Brunson to pull up three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go, but McBride the offensive rebound, back to Brunson, split the defense, down the lane, throws up the floater, got it to go. Captain Clutch has been in full effect all night long. They're back up by 3. No three-point shots, 1 minute to go. Zion bringing it down. Up top to Jordan Poole, being guarded by McBride. Poole coming to his right, steps back, picks up his handle, leaves it off for Zion. Zion attacking to his left. Gets fouled by OG Anunoby, and OG immediately signals for a challenge. They immediately signal for a challenge. And they're going to use the challenge. It looks like they're going to use the challenge. Jason said, clutch time. We got this, Cap. We got the captain. We got Captain Clutch. It's crazy to be a Knicks fan and have the most clutch player in the NBA on your team. Because you never worry with close games like this. Captain Clutch got us. George Jones said, good defense. I haven't seen the replay yet. I'm going to assume OG Anunoby isn't going to immediately signal for a challenge if he didn't feel like he got it clean. Let me blow my nose. Hold on, guys. Ah, 124, 121 with 50 seconds to go. Cool. Amy Machua said, I'm very worried. I'm not going to tell you how to feel, Amy, but I think we got this. See the replay here. Now they're going to show it to us. Zion comes in. OG looks like a clean strip with his right hand, but they might call a foul on that left hand there. I don't know. That's close. Who has imminent possession, though? Towns has imminent possession. So if the Knicks win the challenge here, the Knicks will get the ball back, but they have to win the challenge. I could see them doing something silly, like calling a foul on Towns on Anunoby's left arm on Towns. So we'll see. Isaiah Garner said, clutchest player in the league. He should get his own cereal. Unsuccessful challenge. 2 free throws for Zion. Yep. Just inconsistently called. There's been contact like that on both sides, and they haven't given either side that call. They give Zion the call here because the ball was knocked loose. The ball isn't knocked loose. I don't think there's a foul called there, but because it's knocked loose, they call the foul, and then even the replay. Not a ton of contact there. Not a ton. But it is what it is. Zion at the foul line for 2. Zion's not the most consistent foul shooter. What's his free throw percentage? 75%. It's actually a lot better than I thought he was. So now we have to hope for a missed free throw. Knicks are up by 3. They will still hold the lead with 50 seconds to go. And he knocks down the first one. Clutch free throw from him. He's got one more coming. That said they're playing for overtime. Zion knocks down both. Brunson bringing it down. 46 seconds to go. Brunson up top being guarded by Trey Murphy. Brunson coming to his left off the Town screen. Von Looney switched onto him. Brunson blows right past him all the way to the basket. Lefty layup. Got it to go. Too easy. Here comes Zion bringing it down the other way. 30 seconds to go. Zion on the right wing. Dancing with it against Anunoby. Driving to his left. He's got a lane to the basket. Flips it up. Got it to go for Zion. Knicks still lead by 1. Get it in the Brunson. And game clock and shot clock essentially tied. Get it over to Bridges. Bridges kicks it over to McBride. McBride coming to his right. And he gets fouled by Sadiq Bey. My timer's still going. But there is 16 seconds to go. 16 seconds to go. I'll pull this out. I'll minus this down. Because obviously we are behind here on the Gotham Sports app. Much further behind than the ESPN Gamecast will tell us. So I don't want to know. I don't want to be spoiled. But I'll tell you right now, Knicks up by 1. McBride at the foul line for 2. Coming back from the injury, closing the game out, knocking down clutch baskets. Knock down some clutch free throws, Deucey. Yes, sir. Knocking down the first one. Yes, sir, Deuce. Yes, sir. Trey Jemison coming in. Comes in for Towns. McCullough's coming in for Brunson. Coming in for defense here. Captain Clutch definitely clutched that one out, baby. Yet another one. Throw it on the mantle, baby. Just a regular game in December. Jalen Brunson was like, all right, let me pull this one out real quick at the end. Deuce McBride, 2 clutch free throws. A team full of clutch players. Pelicans do not have a timeout, so Zion has to rush it down the other way. Zion, you got to look for a 3, hands it off to Poole. Poole pump fakes, leans in, trying to draw the foul. McBride fended off, throws it ahead to Bridges, and a foul in the backcourt, and the Knicks will pull this one out with 5 seconds to go. McBride, great defense on Poole, and he grabbed the rebound. In case anybody was questioning the importance of Deuce McBride, here it is tonight. Knocking down huge clutch shots, knocking down the clutch free throws, playing the clutch defense on Jordan Poole, and then grabbing the clutch rebound, and then having the wherewithal to, after he grabs this rebound, throw it up ahead real quick to Mikal Bridges. Now, they called the foul in the backcourt anyway, but incredibly intelligent plays and important plays from Deuce McBride all around. Nixon said I called the 5-point win early. I told you guys this was possibly a trap game, and it was possibly a trap game, but the Knicks will find a way to pull it out at the end here, as they have tended to do so far this year. McBride knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. Rodon, what's up, Rodon? Oh, yeah, Knicks win. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. George Jones, another tough win. This is what we do. This is what we do. McBride knocked down 4 clutch free throws in the fourth here. Bay will fire a deep 3. Can't bank it in. Anunoby cleans it up with the rebound at the end. And Deuce McBride, low-key the hero of the game. Well, Jalen Brunson's the hero of the game. We know this, but we can't give it to Jalen Brunson every night. So it's Jalen Brunson, and then who's the next guy we're going to celebrate? Because we celebrate Jalen Brunson every single time. We're going to celebrate some Deuce McBride tonight. Although OG Anunoby was also pretty damn fantastic. But, brother, knock down an open shot, big dog. If you just knock down your open shots, it wouldn't have been an issue. It wouldn't have been an issue. Mark said we'll have Mitch against the Spurs. We would. We will. Take a look at this real quick before we sign off. OG Anunoby, 23 points. Where's my pointer? I can't go through the box scores without my pointer. How am I supposed to point to things? OG Anunoby, 23 points, 11 big old rebounds. We needed every single one of them. 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, a block. An OG Anunoby-esque game if I've ever seen. When he was a plus 16 in a 5-point victory. Oh, okay. OG. Pretty damn good tonight. 37 minutes for him. 18 minutes from Odiawara, 18 points. My man was a point a minute. He was Mr. I get buckets. 1 rebound, no assist. He was Mr. I get buckets, and that's all I do. He did pick up 2 steals, so that's nice. That's nice. Karl Anthony Towns, 12 points tonight. Uneven night for him, but he gave us what he needed to give us. 12, 12, and 4. Solid. Nothing all that spectacular. Was good enough. Got the job done. Love to see it. Mikal Bridges, 6, 5, and 10. Could have had a double-double, but he only scored 6 points tonight. He had 10 assists, which has to be a career high for him, or at least close to it. 2 steals, only a turnover. Nice game from Mikal Bridges. Obviously, you would have liked some more defense out of your guys, but we'll take the victory when we can get it. Jalen Brunson threw on the captain clutch hat, threw the cape on at the end there. 5 for 10 from 3. Yeah, again, sniping it up from 3-point range as of late. 28 points. Pulled this one out at the end. 10 assists, too, for Jalen Brunson. 28 and 10 for JB. I mean, turnovers? 1 turnover for Jalen Brunson. My goodness. Jalen Brunson just continues to be spectacular. Yep. McBride closed. He deserved it. Yes, he did, Yak. Yes, he did. And in case anybody was questioning the importance of Deuce McBride and like, oh, we got Tyler Kolek, we could trade McBride. Nope. No, you cannot. Deuce McBride is necessary to this team. 14 points for Deuce McBride off the bench in his return game. 2 for 5 from 3, 4 for 8 from the floor, 4 for 4 from the foul line. All of them big fourth quarter free throws. Very much needed every single one of them. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, a steal. Excellent defense as always. He was a +3. Clarkson was a +9. We got 9 points from Clarkson, which was nice. Love to see that. Yabusele gave us 9. He knocked down 3 threes. Cool, great. Maybe it's Yabusele possibly turning a corner. He just didn't really give you anything else outside of that. But Gershon Yabusele, I'm going to take the 9 points from Yabu, right? I'm going to take it. Nice. Awesome. Trey Jemison, 4 minutes. Cool. We'll take it. 12 minutes. He did not return to the game. Probably some sort of injury. Hopefully it's nothing major. Jordan Clarkson, like we said, 9 points from him. He was important during a stretch there to get him back into the game. So shout out to that. McCullough gave them a solid 9 minutes. Wasn't the most incredible 9 minutes, but it was solid. Tyler Kolek off the bench, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists for Tyler Kolek. Tyler, the creator, continues to be impactful, which is nice to see. Just that to Mikhail 10 assists, which is, again, has to tie at least a career high. I don't remember him ever having a 10 assist game. But either way, excellent game. Zion, 32 points. Trey Murphy, 21. Derik Queen, 7. Saddiq Bey, 26. Jeremiah Fears, 4. Saddiq Bey had 23 first quarter points. And he scored 3 the remainder of the game. So, there's that. So he submitted his resume after the first quarter, and at the end of the game, the Knicks looked him in the eyes and tore up his resume. And they were like, three points the rest of the game, brother? Really? That's what you're doing? You were 4 for 4 from three-point range to start the game, and you're 0 for 6 the remainder? Oof, that is rough. Boris Renzer with the subscription. Appreciate you, Boris. Appreciate you. That is a rough night for sure from Saddiq Bey. Jeremiah Fears, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. I was really interested in watching the rookies today, and both of the rookies, really rough performances. Derik Queen was 7, 9, and 6. Cool, but he was 3 for 13 from the floor. Some really rough defense from Derik Queen tonight. Yeah, it's been rough. It was a rough night for Derik Queen. It was a rough night for Jeremiah Fears, who had his hands full trying to stick with Jalen Brunson, trying to stick with Mikal Bridges. There was really nowhere for him to hide, and the Knicks kind of picked him on all night long. Looney actually got minutes, along with Eve Misi. Looney played 24 minutes, which is a lot. 9 rebounds, 3 assists. That's why he played, because he's a damn good rebounder. Still. Jordan Poole, 26 points for him. Really rough, erratic shots at the end. Didn't even get a good quality look at the end because he was trying to foul bid his way to the foul line. Really dumb, really awful play at the end there. Like, you gotta find yourself a good open look and don't rely on the officials to bail you out. Micah Peavy played 10 minutes, 3 points. I thought he was pretty impactful with his defense. Definitely noticed him out there. Maybe it was more of his hair than his play, but either way, I noticed him. Jordan Hawkins in his 12 minutes knocked down 1 mid-range shot, but that was pretty much it. So. Outside of Jordan Poole, they didn't get much off the bench. The Knicks, they got Yabusele threes. They got Clarkson minutes that were solid. They got McBride 14 points off the bench, which was great. They got Kolek 7 and 5 off the bench, which was really good. So, solid for the Knicks off the bench. Not so much for the Pelicans, and that might have been the deciding factor there, because, well, the deciding factor was ultimately Captain Clutch and Jalen and Deuce McBride clutching up there at the end as well with him. So, all of the things. But appreciate everybody for hanging out with me tonight. Before we sign off, let's go around the league a little bit. The Knicks are now officially 1 game out of the 1 seed against the Pistons. Gotta love it. Mavericks taking on the Blazers. The Raptors beat the Magic. Timberwolves beat the Bulls. Rockets beat the Pacers. Obviously, the Knicks beat the Pelicans. Thunder beat the Hawks, to be expected. And the Cavs ended up in the Spurs. Hold on, because here's the thing. We obviously are keeping an eye on the Eastern Conference, because that's really the only thing that matters. League standings don't really matter. But I do want to show, what the heck is this? Nobody clicking on that. I do want to show you guys this. Go to the league standings. If we go to the league standings, Oklahoma City is obviously number 1 by a country mile. They're 3.5 games over the Pistons. The Knicks are on pace to be the second best record in the NBA. Of all 30 NBA teams, they are on pace to be the second best record, with the Pistons falling. Right, they are 1 game behind the Pistons. They are 4.5 behind the Thunder. Obviously, it's going to take a miracle to catch the Thunder at this point in the season. But Spurs losing tonight means they drop to 23-9, tying the Knicks. The Knicks now move for they're tied for the 3rd best record in the NBA. Here we go. They are on their way, y'all. They are on their way. Gotta love it. Gotta absolutely love it. Gotta adore it. I'm so fired up. And the Boston Celtics lost, so they're all the way down here now with the league standings. Let's go back to the conference standings. I just find it interesting. Extremely interesting. The Knicks now have a 3.5 game over the Boston Celtics for the 2nd seed. Cool. And 4 games over the Toronto Raptors for the 4th seed. So they're pretty kind of locked in here. As long as they don't go on any extended losing streaks, they're pretty locked in. at this 2 seed right now, which is lovely. AB said next game is a must. Every game is a must, brother. Every game is a must to you. We understand that. It is what it is. It's a long season. Pull out the victory against the Spurs. Get another game closer to the Pistons. And the Pistons play the Lakers tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, we'll check out the schedule. They play the Lakers tomorrow at 10:30. That's a late game. We might try and watch that game, but let's see. What's on the docket for tomorrow? Got Mavs, No, this is tonight's game. Got 76ers, Grizzlies. The NBC game. Not entirely sure I'm locked into that one. I'm not going to lie. Celtics, Jazz. Let's see what else we got. Pistons, Lakers is the late game. All right, so we'll do 76ers, Grizzlies, unfortunately. Or we just stay up and do Pistons, Lakers? The Lakers are on the ban list, but they're playing the Pistons. Hold it up. It's not really. It's either we're doing the late game or the early game. We're not watching Celtics, Jazz, I'll tell you that. And then the other late game is Kings, Clippers, which we're definitely not watching. So it's either between 76ers, Grizzlies, or Pistons, Lakers. And it's just kind of going to come down. Maybe we do both. We might do both. Unfortunately, we might do both. Unfortunately, we might have a lot of content tomorrow. Unfortunately, we might do both. Mar said Pistons, Lakers. I would love to do Pistons, Lakers. The only issue is that it's a 10:30 start time. Late, which isn't the biggest deal in the world for me because I could take a nap. It's just, just a lot, Gotta wake up early the next morning. That's the issue with late games. It's not doing the late games. It's waking up the next morning to go to work, That's the issue. Jason said, you're going to watch Pistons versus a bunch of traffic cones. I mean, sure, but it is the last trip of the Pistons West Coast road trip. They dropped one against the Clippers. They dropped one against the Jazz. So going up against Luka and LeBron, Reeves is still out. So we'll do 76ers, Grizzlies. Unfortunately, the Lakers are on the ban list. Just because you're on the ban list doesn't mean we're never going to do a game of yours. But it has to be a really good game. And I think a 10:30 start time against the Pistons, I don't think is a really good game with all of the things going against it. The late start time, Lakers are terrible to watch because Luka is paraded to the foul line every single time. But I do want to watch the Pistons lose. I just don't think they will. So, although the Lakers did have a really nice win the other night, I don't know. We'll just watch that on the sideline. We'll hope for a loss. We're going to watch 76ers Grizzlies tomorrow. Hopefully this is a fun, interesting game. That's what we're going to do. It's an NBC game. It's a nationally televised game, so why not? It's going to be the only game on starting at 8 o'clock, so that's what we're going to do. I've decided. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to do both. Maybe we'll do both. Maybe I'll set up for both and see how I'm feeling after this game, but I'm just not really looking forward to it. So I'll set up for both. We'll definitely do 76ers Grizzlies. Maybe we'll do Pistons Lakers after it. We'll see. But either way, we will be live tomorrow because we're live every single day, Monday through the weekend, 6 days out of the week. With that being said, I appreciate y'all. AP said my spells work. They do work. I see what you're doing, AP. I see what you're doing, brother. And I appreciate you. Spreading that negativity for a positive reason. I appreciate you, brother. With that being said, thank you guys. I appreciate everybody in the chat for hanging out with me, even through the rambling at the end here. George said, thanks, Heaven, for Chevy Boy. Appreciate you, George. K Hazy, Justice's dad, AP, Buzzer Beater, AP, of course. I said you twice. Mark, appreciate you, Mark. And everybody in the chat for hanging out with me. Raph Torres, Cross Signal, Jason, Sadu Berry, Namar, Raph Torres. Appreciate y'all. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. The members. We didn't go to the final scene. The members. Shout out to all the members. This is an updated list of all the members. If you are a member of the channel, even if you are gifted a membership, shout out to everybody who supports, everybody who is in the chat to help receive a membership. So I appreciate you guys for helping out. I appreciate you guys for supporting as much as you have. It is the holiday season, so I wish everybody a holiday. If you are celebrating today or tomorrow or another day, I appreciate y'all. Enjoy yourselves. Stay safe out there. And I'll catch you on the next one. Remember to brush your teeth before bed. Stay hydrated. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Bye.